Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you're leaving your comments in below. If you're watching this back, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you lot are letting us know how you felt about the game in the chat as well, man. Keep it interactive today, people. We've got a solid panel. You know, man like Jimmy, of course, man like Couch. You got Ads here. You got Andrew here. Robert might be joining. I think he's busy with work right now, but potentially could be joining. AJ can't be here today. He's busy with work. But either way, we're gonna have a solid show today, man. But what you lot saying, first of all? You lot good?
They're free.
Yeah, all good, brother.
Yeah. Pattern, man, pattern. What you bunching on again? What's that? What is that?
Falafel, baba ganoush, zalouk, and some hummus.
Delish.
My bad, I gotta eat on cam, but like I've been with my wife all day. I had to grab something to eat real quick.
Fair.
Yeah. Nah, so I know you had a busy day because I messaged you earlier, bro. I messaged you early in the morning, but I knew you had a busy day today, man. I mean, I've never had falafel before. I've never had falafel before, you know.
Oh,
What? Oh, bro.
Bro.
You live around London? That's crazy.
I've never had it
I'm
before.
about to say, how you live in London and never have falafel, bro? Oh.
I've actually never had it. I've never had it, but I'll try it. What does it taste like?
It's basically chickpeas, but they're grinded up and then they're fried. They're deep fried for like a little second, and then they take them out. It's a hard shell, soft interior. You know, Mediterranean seasonings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But get you some hummus, some zalouk, and some baba ganoush. That's all you need, bro.
Is it all vegetarian or do they have meat?
Yeah,
all
it's not only is it vegetarian, it's vegan. There's no dairy. It's none of that in it.
Yeah. No, definitely need to try it, man. But listen, we've got nearly 100 people here already, man. So you lot, make sure that you're smashing up the lights. I'm nearly on 10K, man. Let me even go check how many subscribers I'm on right now. I'm on 9.832 people. So yeah, 150, nearly 150 away. You know what I mean? So make sure that you lot are subscribing if it's your first time here. But let's get straight into it, man. Mozambique, you know.
In the chat.
Is it Direl? Derle Mause from Mozambique. Hey, big yourself up. Big yourself up. Big up.
Worldwide now.
Worldwide people, man. But listen, I had an amazing Saturday night, man, because I was at the game. You know what I'm saying, bro? And I wasn't confident. I was not confident going into the game. You don't know how I felt about the lineup. Obviously, we'll talk about certain things. And
We saw your tweet.
Yeah, you saw my tweet. And listen, I'm not gonna feel confident when I'm seeing Chalobah starting at left centre back and potentially Gusto in the midfield. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feel confident about Garnacho and Neto pairing when offensively they weren't great again. You know, but you know the game plan did actually work because Garnacho and Neto off the ball were fantastic. I thought Reece in that midfield, you know, was very good defensively as well. And Chalobah next to Fofana on the left, he actually looked competent. He actually looks like he can play on the left-hand side, right? And that's where, for me, I'm looking at this team right now. The quality is what I'm looking at. You put more quality in this team, and you'll get better performances, especially at the back, right? Especially at the back. We did the basics so well, bro. One thing about Tottenham, when you're sitting at that ground in the away end, I was near the bottom, so it felt like I was on the pitch. I could see us winning all our first balls. I could see us winning all of our second balls. All the attacking threat in the
everything
first
we wasn't doing against Sunderland, basically. Not winning the second ball. Yeah.
All the basics against Sunderland that we didn't do, we were doing in this game. Yeah. Go on, Andrew.
I want to say something, right? Because I understand what you're saying, Don, about you weren't feeling confident and stuff like that. But
he hates Tottenham.
When you talk about this fixture, you just got to call me Surfadamus, all right? You know why you call me Surfadamus, right? I have no fear of this team.
He never does. It don't matter how we playing. When we go to face Tottenham and I bring it up to a Surfer will be like, Jimmy, it's Tottenham.
I look at the fixtures at the start of the season. I don't care where it's 6 points. So give us 6 points right there. Don, I'm telling you right now, Don. This team, did you look at? They beat us 8 times in the Premier League era, bro. 67.
One in the last 13.
That means literally they beat us 1 time every presidential term, bro. Do you know every presidential term? Yeah, they beat us once in every presidential term, right? 6 out of 7 times that in that new stadium, thank you, Graham Potter, we've gone to that toilet bowl and we shit on them all the time, right? In that toilet bowl, yeah. Home and away, I don't care what form they're in, because we proved it when we cost them the title, right? What form they're in, what form we're in, how many players they have, how many players we have, what manager we have, what manager they have. We will always beat this team. That picture of that guy with the dog on his chain is us with Spurs, my friend. All right, that's what it is, yeah. I don't care what it is. And Don, I'm going to give you a bit of advice. The reverse fixture, don't do any previews, bro. You already know what's going to happen. Right? There's no point. I heard, and I know you had it on your stream, these guys talking 3-0. Have you not seen the history of this fixture? When's the last time
Jay was very disrespectful.
When's the last time you beat us? John, you should have asked, apart from that 3-1 the Conte, when's the last time 3-0? Are you mad? You've won three times in 2025 at your home. And you think you're gonna beat us 3-0. The only bad there's two bad things about Saturday. We didn't score more. And if you ever go to Tottenham, even White Hart Lane is getting out of that shit hole to begin with. Do you know what I mean? After the game, but honestly, Don, that's what I'm more disappointed in Chelsea fans leading up to this game. But they thought we were going to lose to this shit, Paul. Are you absolutely insane? Don, we've beat in the entire history of the Premier League.
I'm loving this, by the way.
In the whole history of the Premier League, there's no team who's beaten another team more than us and Spurs.
You're right.
We hold that record. Not Liverpool, Man United, or Arsenal, Man United, or even Arsenal against Burnley or something like that.
And imagine they own City. Do you ever think about that? How the fuck is that possible?
Yeah.
Own Manchester City, dog. It don't matter.
Don, I'm telling you right now, there's nothing.
Can't beat us.
We could be some. I'm gonna repeat myself. We could be in a relegation battle last day of the season, needing 3 points to stay up. Going away to there, go down to 10 men in the first minutes and still beat these chumps 1-0 to survive.
Bro, the thing is, listen, I hear it, bro. And listen, again, what it is, Andrew, I hear that because Tottenham have been shit. I've been telling you, look, like this season, they have not been creating much. Offensively, they have not looked good. You know, even against Everton, they scored. I was showing you in the group chat the goals they scored, bro. They were fucking set pieces. They haven't looked good. But Chelsea at the back have been vulnerable, bro. And that's where I was like, bro, we're just the type of team. I know it's Tottenham, but we're just the type of team to make guys that have looked meaty look like Barcelona. So it's not even the first thing. It's I'm scared of Chelsea, bro, not Tottenham.
But that's the whole thing. I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from. But Don, we gave him a 2-goal head start last season.
Yeah, last year.
They were 2-goal head.
Yes.
But Andrew, though, if you remember going into that game, I was very confident, bro. Again, I was at that game and I literally said to Alex, I said, bro, even though we've gone 2-0 down, we're gonna come back and win. Because we were playing well.
That's what Cucurella slip game, right? Cucurella slipped twice.
Don, Tottenham, whenever we're in trouble, in need of start a good run of form again, Tottenham's our team.
Yeah, it's true.
And actually, in fact, I think, and I said this before, I think we need to take these two fixtures out from our regular form against any other team. Because this isn't normal, bro. We always beat these guys no matter what. Do you know what I mean? We can't really take anything serious from this. Apart from that, we need to score more goals. That's the only thing this point. Don, I should be sitting here yesterday or Sunday. We should be hearing more that Thomas Frank is his head is on the chopping board to get sacked. 100%. That's what we should have been reading. That's what we should have been, and that's the most disappointing thing. We'll talk about all the chances. I think at least 2-0 because Gittins should have definitely scored. The other ones you might have a debate about. 4. We should be sitting here. We should be sitting above them on goal difference. That's the ironic thing. We should be sitting there above them on goal difference.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off that we didn't get to exercise that goal difference because that's what that should have been.
Don't worry about Spurs, Don. Death, taxes, and Chelsea beat Spurs. That's the guaranteed 3 things in life. That's what it is.
Boy, it's mad, bro. It's mad, man. But honestly, I want to big up the defense. Let me come to you, Couch, first of all, right? Because for me, this game was won because of our defense on our midfield, right? I thought offensively, Garnacho Neto, we've been going back and forth in the group chat about this. Offensively, Garnacho Neto could have done more for me because I saw Esteval come on and literally, bro, within 10 minutes, 2 key passes, which led to 2 big chances being created. But I can't fault Neto and Garnacho for their work off the ball. Garnacho off the ball was brilliant. Neto off the ball was good as well. You know what I mean? So defensively, bro, our midfield, the way we set up our defense, very good. What for you made us defend like that, bro? What really impressed you about the defense, man?
Again, it was just the energy, the discipline, the structure, everything was spot on. I thought first for me, yeah, we can talk about Gittins and we can talk about like, Estaval versus Garnacho and Neto. And I think I said in my match review, it's not so much about, what they do always with the GNA and the technique and the dribbling and whatnot. It's more about how, in particular Neto, you'll not get no argument from me about Garnacho. Like, although I did think he was good, yes, was it on the weekend? I thought he was pretty good, to be honest. It's just the instructions that they're given when you're trying to play a system that is like high pressing, high intensity energy, winning the ball back. Those guys work hard in those roles. Like I thought Neto, despite not having a stinker with ball to feet, was very, very good in the structure and keeping the shape and being switched on, never found out a position. He allowed Gusto a little bit more of a free roll to get forward and whipping in crosses and stuff like that. All of these things are liberating roles. Of course, you don't want that from your wingers. You want them to be able to do a little bit more in the final third, and this is what we were talking about. But in terms of the structure of the team, the pressing, the way that we utilize Reece James sitting on Bentancur the entire game for about 60 some odd minutes till they had to come off because he just couldn't take any more of it. All of that was what led to us just dominating this team. Every time we either pressed them into just like kicking it long, and then you had the likes of Chalaba and Fofana just eating it up and recycling the possession, or we just ran them off the pitch. They could not get anything going. For me, the number one cog in that midfield, as much as Caicedo to me was the man of the match, was Reece James, and it wasn't because of his ability to win the ball, like doing the dog work in terms of like ground duels and all that stuff. It was the fact that he was just so disciplined on Bentancur. They couldn't get anything going offensively because in their first phase of their build-up, Reece James just sat on Bentancur. He couldn't get on the ball, and when he did, he was easily dispossessed. And when you look at that team, that Spurs team, they've done a lot in terms of like adding quality in attacking areas or alleged quality in attacking areas. But what they haven't done is, basically resolved that sort of like ball playing midfielder that they need to initiate their attacks. Like you're looking at the likes of Paulinho, Bentancur and Pop Sarr. Like none of those guys are adept at playing out from the back. They sorely missed, in my opinion, the likes of Romero to start their attacks. That Danzo guy, sorry.
Heavy foot, blood. Yeah.
Honestly, that's the best thing I can say about him. Heavy foot, like that's the best thing I can say. But do you remember the bit when Pedro barged him, bro? When they went into shoulder to shoulder, bro. He had him spinning, man. He had him spinning. I was sitting,
I even did this in my seat, blood. I shuddered in my seat, bro, when I was sitting, bro. Heavy brothers.
Again, this is again another example of what Chelsea do in big matches when teams trying to play out from the back. This is the energy and intensity that we usually play with in these matches. And when we get that, when we get it right, when we have the structure right like that, not a lot of teams can beat us. There's not a lot of teams in world football that can beat this setup. So hats off to Maresca getting the tactics spot on. Hats off to the squad from 1 through 11 for putting in a tireless shift. And of course, every time I mention it, I just laugh to myself. Expected goals of 0.05. Like
that's from their kickoffs.
That is unheard of. At home, we're talking about that. Like, yo, B.
Couch. That was from their two kickoffs.
Like you walk on the pitch and you get a 0.01 XG as soon as you just walk on the pitch. So imagine what they created in that game.
100%, bro.
It's crazy.
Bro, let me come to you next, honestly, because for Fofana, right, I want to talk about him because for me, I actually gave him man of the match. It was between him and Caicedo, and the reason why, Jim, let me land my point, Jim. The reason why I gave him man of the match, right, is because our centre backs have been a serious problem for us this season. Yeah. He came in and he just showed us the quality that we're missing back there, bro. He was doing everything. He had a flawless performance. 6 out of 6 aerial duels. He wasn't letting Mwani get the ball down to feet. Yeah, he was driving into the midfield. I saw Robert at you, Couch, about the press resistance, bro. he was being press resistant on the ball.
I don't know how you can look at Fofana's game and not tell me that he's press resistant. Like, how do you watch him and not see that?
Dribbles in the game, bro. Like he's good at carrying the ball. That's what he does.
That's what he does. Like, what are we talking about here? I didn't even bother responding. I was just like, listen, you go eat somewhere else, man. I'm not trying to like get into no troll debate right now.
Yeah. So Fofana, I thought Fofana was brilliant, man. And Chalobah, big him up as well, because last week I was cooking him. But honestly, bro, he was very good in this game. There was a moment where the ball nearly got split through to Kudus, and he won the ball. But that's the thing about me, bro. Like, I'm not gonna, because I don't rate him as a player like that. I'm not gonna sit here and just move the goalpost. I will praise him when he does well, because that's what I want. It helped the club, right? It helps the team. So I thought Chalobah was very good. But what do you think of Fofana, man? Like, what did he bring into this team for you, Ads, man?
He brought the level of what our best centre back is. I think fully fit in good form. That's what Fofana can do, man. It was great to see him do that on his first game back for a while, and he was excellent, bro. His recovery pace is still there. Obviously, good at winning his duels. Gives us that sort of calmness on the ball to be able to progress play, because you can't always pass through the line. Sometimes you need to like just take a man out with a dribble and then open up. He does that extremely well. Anybody see Fofana isn't good on the ball, I don't know what you're watching. But Fofana, this is what he does. We just want him to stay fit because he's a very good centre-back on his day. Again, he's the highest paid centre-back in terms of people at the club. We pay the money for. I think on the highest wages too. So we just want to see, our guy at centre-back actually perform. But again, he was excellent. Gusto was quality, bro. Again, the thing with Gusto is he's one of them players where like he will frustrate you. He will do something and again that makes you be like, oh my days, Gusto, what was that? And I think he did one mad back pass in the first half. You're like, brother, why did you do that? And that's when they had their corners and their long throw, which we defended well. And then big up Rob Sanchez too. I could talk about Sanchez too, because some of the cross claiming, even the one chance that they had from Kudos, that save was excellent, bro. Because
very good.
He pushed it wide of Colomwani. He was right there for the tap in. So that was excellent for Rob Sanchez. He had a great. Gusto was excellent, bro. Some of the slide tackles. Even the cutback for João Pedro's chance in the first half as well. Like, he was excellent, Gusto. So big up the whole defense, man. They were quality. And big up
Cucurella, bro. You got to talk about Cucurella as well, bro.
Again, he was up against their only proper attacking threat, so he did his thing too. So obviously big up Cucurella as well. But I got to big up the manager, bro, because the manager once again set up the team well, and he coached for me probably a 4-5-0. Let's be honest, but that should have been a 4-5-0 drubbing. That should have been like what? That's why going into the game, I was confident. Like, I get where you're coming from, Don. This was like the most concerned I've been facing Tottenham in a while because of Frank, maybe, but I was still like, I'm like concerned maybe like 5%. Because at the end of the day, man, when we go to 3-point lane, we're bailiffs, bro. We're just there to collect rent. And what we do is we fucking collect the rent. And that's why for me, it's like, damn, the disappointment is we didn't slap them 4-5-0. And the other disappointment is we don't play these man till the 17th of May, bro. So we got to wait how many more months to collect our rent again, bro? Because that's guaranteed cash money, bro. It's guaranteed cash money. These man are fucking chump change.
Nah, give me them in the FA Cup, bro. I want them in the FA Cup.
Every time y'all say
the Champions League if possible, if they even get that far, run them in the Champions League too.
Bro, the thing is though, Ads, bro, even though I wasn't confident leading up to the game, I still said that Chelsea are going to win 2-1. I still predicted us to win. It's only when I saw the lineup, because me and Couch was talking about Lavia. Like you were right about Lavia, Couch. You didn't end up starting. I thought we would start the game, but when I saw Reece and Gusto in the lineup, I'm thinking, yo, like, what's going on here, bro? You know what I mean? Like,
you said it was over before it began, which is a crazy statement, but I get it. Your emotions can run high before
emotional. I'm on my way to the game. People need to realize, bro. Like, I don't know. Obviously, we all get emotional, right? But when you're on your way to the game and you're around Tottenham fans, and I'm around the area, I'm like, yo, like. It's different.
Like, game day, I always have confidence because, like, again, as a Chelsea fan, we're supporters, right? So on game day, for me, your energy should always be positive. But if I'm around Tottenham fans, my confidence just goes greater because these men are betas, bro. Like, these men are literally little bro. Like, these men are.
They're not even little bro. They're just
John, take the house, take the chain, everything, bro.
There's a couple of things. I don't think it's brought. I know it's brought up on commentary on the game when I watched it, but. Everyone saw what Maresca did with the long throw-ins, right?
Yeah, leaving the 3-man up.
Yeah.
3-man up. He's never done. I've not seen him do that before in any game, which means that Spurs had to leave at least 3 defenders back as well. So it took that out of it. And second of all, just like with Caicedo.
Ooh, good shout! I didn't even catch that. Good shout.
Just like with Caicedo, Cucurella now. I don't pick up his performances now. This is normal. This is a normal thing.
Yeah,
how many more wingers? I'm surprised he can run, bro. The amount of wingers he's got in his pockets the last 2 years, he might as well start a collection, bro, and put them he'd have put them in a cabinet. That's what he's
well class.
Andrew saying, I need somebody to tell me when was Cucurella's last bad game. It's hard pressed to tell me what was his last
for club
bad
or
game.
country. For club or country.
Yeah, like period.
He is world class, bro. Whether people like it or not, he is world class. And if people think, for me, he is, isn't it? Some people say Mendes, but I don't listen. If you think if you think Mendes is better, that's a fair enough.
Sure, whatever.
In the world, then that shows his quality because at worst he's number 2.
Yeah, at worst he's number 2. That's my point.
Well,
for
by
me,
the way, Don, that Gusto performance Saturday was 23-24 Gusto.
Yes, bro. He was brilliant, man. Like again, the slide tackling, just the assurance in his defending, Jim. Yeah, he was really on it, Jim. Go tell us about Gusto, man, because you're one that
I'm ready for him to hit the road, Jack. But that's the Gusto that we need, like that. Even that cross he played to João Pedro.
Yep.
Oh my God, if that keeper, that was a hell of a save because that cross. That it was low, on point, fire behind it. Usually his crosses don't even get me started on our crossing outside of Reece James. Everybody outside of Reece James crossing is just nah. But yes, Gusto was on it. He was on it. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the lineup, I'm like, this is gonna have to work because Maresca, even I'm gonna bury you if Gusto flop. Because even I've been saying enough. It worked. It just go like it's one of them moments that make me be like, yo, I gotta know when to shut the fuck up because I wouldn't have played him. And he played it to me, maybe he had a great week of practice. I don't know, but he
But you know what it is? You know what it is?
Can I just say that? To be fair, Gusto, like, I don't think we've lost a game with Gusto when he started the season. Like,
no, which is true, but that don't mean nothing.
You're right. But again, that's why I'm not surprised that he started. But also, we have to big up Maresca for starting Reece James in midfield. Because again, I'm always saying start Reece James like right back and let him overlap because so against United he was quality, but that's the only time we've seen it.
But that's what I wanted to mainly talk about.
But Reece James in midfield, adding that extra bit of muscle to come back, we know their physical midfield. That was excellent. Reece James was.
That's what I was going to bring up. Reece James in midfield today. It's like he got the mission of be physical. Be physical. Because Bentancur was just there. Like, I'm just here. I'm an NPC.
Should have got a red,
to break his leg, bro.
Should have got a red.
Yeah, this motherfucker won't leave me alone. He's not everywhere I go. As soon as I touch the ball, he's right there. I can't do nothing. I'm frustrated.
That was everyone though with the
taken out of the game.
That was everyone with the press. Press just suffocated them. That's why they made mistakes.
We should have a chat about Reece real quick because, like, I know we all prefer. Like, I prefer him in multiple roles. I don't mind, but like the reason why
I'm sorry, Couch.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I've completely bought into whatever he plays. Reece is okay.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And the thing that I like about him at midfield, though, the reason why I like him at midfield, and again, I wouldn't do it long term, like every game or kind of thing, but it just opens up more avenues for his game, like his ball striking and decision making on the ball. Like you play him in that middle, you open that side of his game up again, right? And we don't get to see that enough at right back or right center back. When you play him in the midfield, that part of his game just elevates again, and you get to see that next level of Reece James's quality. So, yeah, again, not something that I want to see all the time.
One at a time.
Let me just say one fact regarding Reece James, which everybody will smile about, because this is the first time Reece James has completed 6 back-to-back 90-minute games in the Prem since 2021, bro.
6.
2021. 6 in a row. 90 minutes.
Wait. What about club? What about country? Because he played 90 for country too.
Just a heads up. Gary O'Neill will not be the Wolves manager. It's just been announced. He will not be the Wolves manager. It might be Ten Hag, bro.
He's gonna get them relegated. He's gonna get them relegated. He's gonna get them relegated. Yeah, but bro, you know what it is though. You know what it is for me, right? With Reece in the middle, yeah. If you're playing against a midfield that aren't gonna press you, that aren't really gonna progress the ball, if you're gonna have most of the ball, you're controlling it. Reece isn't a problem because Reece is very much he's a reactive midfielder. He's not a proactive midfielder for me.
I agree.
So the moment in the game when he got fouled, he was very proactive because he saw the pass to I think to Neto that he played it and he quickly got it before the guy could even shut him down. Bentancur, right?
That was a red.
It was a red card. I watched it back.
No argument here. No
arguments there, bro. Yeah. Completely. But in terms of him on the ball, bro, in the midfield, there was a couple of times where he was he was so slow that he just loses it. Yeah, he's not dynamic like a Lavia, for example. And when we played him,
it ain't too many Lavias in the world. Let's be honest. That boy different.
That's my point. That's my point.
That one I put in the group where he took out 3 Wolves players in one turn.
One turn,
3 players.
Do you know what he is, Don? No, do you know what he is?
Let me finish my point, Andrew. Yeah, because if you guys remember when Reece played in midfield against Bayern, he struggled in that game because they were fucking pressing the life out of him. Yeah, they were pressing us. They weren't letting us just have the ball. They were attacking us, bro. And when Reece is getting attacked like that and he's having to cover a lot of space, bro, it's problems because he's not as dynamic as Santos. For me, he's not even as dynamic as a Lavia. But in this game, that midfield, bro, they were just poor, bro. Bentancur, Paulinho, we pressed them as a team. I thought Reece helped Caicedo out on a lot of occasions as well. There was a moment where Xavi, I can't lie, Xavi gave Caicedo the shoulder. Caicedo went that way. Yeah. And then Reece just came and just, you know what I'm saying?
Cleaned it up.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Bro, he is.
It was going that way. I saw it right there in front of me. I said, I can't lie, Caicedo got done there, bro. And then Reece just came and, you know what I mean?
But the way he's able to play both the positions, and I said to Couch and Chez's stream, big up Chez a few minutes ago. He is the modern day Philip Lahm. That's what he is. The way he's able to play that, and I know he's built differently to Philip Lahm because he's a tank. His whole family are tanks in a good way. You know what I mean? They're built like tanks. You know what I mean? They're built to bruise people and mean it. You know what I mean? That's what they're built. But the way he's passing. That's why when I do this, like when they do this Timber Reece thing, I'm going, you can have Timber, that's fine. He's a great defender, but Reece will do different things on the pitch. Timber's not doing that pass against Liverpool, bro, where Reece just literally cut like a sword through butter, like through the midfield. Reece will do that. Reece is. You're right. On Saturday, there was a few times in the first half, bit slow, reactionary, could have lost the ball, you know, or had to get help tackled and something like that. But the way he's able to physically assert himself, help out Caicedo, he's able then to go right back. He's not gonna over, bomb down the right wings anymore. He's not built for that anymore. He's built to do this role. He's built to do that. He is Mr. Chelsea for us right now, right? He is the modern day Mr. Chelsea. He will do this role because he's tactically flexible to do this role. There's no like Gusto. If you ask Gusto to do the midfield role, it has to be what he did against Liverpool. That's the only midfield role he can play where he hunts after them like a greyhound and tries to tackle them and press them. That's the only thing he can do. Asking Gusto to start attacks and passing is like the performance he did against Forest. That's the difference. Reece can do both. Reece can do both those performances. Do you know what I mean? He is 100%. That, and he must be an absolute dream. No wonder Maresca was so patient with him getting back like fit and ready to go. And to actually have the guy, and you know, and I know he'd probably love to play Lavia there. We all know he'd probably love to play Lavia more than Reece there, but to have a guy like Reece there can do that, who can slot in and not look out of place. And remember, I said this before, he did play for midfield for Wigan for that whole season and got Player of the Year. Do you know what I mean? He's not a stranger to the midfield role. He can do that. I wouldn't be surprised when he hits like 30s or something, he actually does play a little bit more in midfield than he does right back at times because he'll be.
For me, it just depends on the game. For me, it just depends on the game because Spurs.
With me, depends on the game.
Yeah. It depends on the game, bro. It didn't work against Bayern. Like that should have been.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that Reece James was the reason why we couldn't play in that game. There was a lot of reasons. There was a lot of reasons.
Yeah. There was a lot of reasons. Yeah, but then, bro, in that game, I remember. He was looking around and he was trying to get to the space, but bro, they're just popping it around us, and he's not getting there.
You could say the same about Caicedo too. Caicedo wasn't very good in that game either.
Caicedo wasn't good in that game. Caicedo wasn't good in that game, but I am not expecting Reece to eat up space, is my point. I would have rather have played Santos in that game to eat up that space because Reece was looking at the space. By the time he gets there, they've got the ball or they've gone in that space, they've occupied it, they've moved it. He wasn't good enough in that game, bro. But for me,
like I said, I don't think that anyone would disagree with you. Like that was evident, but I don't think that was the reason why that game was such an evisceration. I think that we had all sorts of problems all over the pitch. All sorts of problems all over the pitch, right? Clearly, right? And Reece, like if the game was just played at us, like again, we weren't able to deal with the pace of that game. I think, like we didn't have anyone that was really like controlling the tempo. We started well, and then the game just went to shit. Like after a couple of errors in possession, but for the most part, like we remember that game for the result, like the fact that we didn't really get much out of it, but we played good in spells in that game.
Yeah,
there were moments where we played.
Enzo scored that chance early.
We did.
Exactly.
There was moments, bro. There was moments we did play well, but bro, a lot of the time, bro, hey, I'm telling you, that midfield was getting cut through. But I want to talk about someone that you know, it seems like we can't really, you know, give any. Big up Joey as well, man. And listen, we haven't even got 100 likes yet, people. 84 likes, and we've got over 200 people here. We've got over 200 people here. What's going on?
This is like 0.05 XG, man, with the likes.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Everyone smash up the likes right now, man. Big up Joey as well. Smash up the likes for Joey. Big up Robert. Robert, let us know if you're going to join. But big up Robert as well. But I want to speak about someone here who,
you know, we should add Joey to the chat group too. My bad to cut it off, because Joey, I'm gonna send his link for the chat group for the
go on. Yeah, go on. Yeah. But listen, I want to talk about Sanchez, right? Because this is a player who last season, you know, I was saying drop him because he was moving mad, and I said give Jorgensen a chance, right? Jorgensen came into the team. He didn't convince anyone of anything. After that, I didn't even fight his battles no more. I said, bro, you came into the team. You didn't really do much. It is where it is. Sanchez cut his hair. He turned into Malteser. Yeah, he's got his
long Sanchez powers, bro.
He's now gone into scrotum. Sanchez. He's got a scrotum now for a head. You know what I mean? And it's been good. He's gone into Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy time now. Yeah,
power of the baldy, man.
Yeah,
I tell black men, you don't have to worry. Your shit go back. Just keep pushing this with the Clippers. You good to go. Trust me.
Exactly, bro. You know what I mean? So last season he came in, second half of the season, bro. Our defense is what got us top 4, right? You look at the Club World Cup, that final performance. If anyone like Courtois, Donnarumma played the way that he did, they'll be talking about world-class performance. He was very good. This season, away from the Man United game, I think he's been quietly doing his job. The biggest Sanchez haters, bro, they're not saying anything right now, and that means that he is just quietly doing his job. His cross collection the other day, bro, was fantastic.
He looked like Donnarumma out there with the cross collection the other day.
There we go. There we go.
I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Use that 6'6", make motherfucking players look at you, see you coming, and think twice. Yeah,
he's always had this in his game, though. He's always had this quality and great shots.
Yeah, bend your elbows, jump out with your knee out. Yeah.
The issue with Sanchez that we've always mentioned is that just those moments that he can cost you a game, whether it's like the United game away, even the West Ham game. Like obviously, that shot from Paqueta that should never really be going in, and I feel like that's a mistake from Sanchez personally. But
let's not do this repart. Before I even talk about this comment, let me read what Sanchez said. He said on set pieces, Spurs is set piece threat. We worked this week to try and create space for me. The boys did it perfectly, and this is why I was able to claim so many. And we need to do that more often with these long throws, because the team are struggling to deal with those long throws because there's so many bodies in the box. It just goes from one guy to another guy to another guy, and it's a goal. You know what I'm saying, Jim? It's always a scrappy fucking goal.
It's in the back of the fucking net, And then they got Sanchez doing this.
100%.
But let me.
But just to end the point that I was going to make, very we understand that Sanchez has top ability, right? Like it's just about the balls and moments, and this is fine. What he's doing now is great. We just don't want to be back in 2 weeks' time saying that, oh my god, he cost us this game against Arsenal or Barcelona. You know what I mean? Like that's where it's like important for goalkeepers just to have that consistency. So
but it's true. It's true. And you've barely heard me speak about it much this season, right? I think right now is a good checkpoint because we're in November now. You know what I'm saying? We're in November now. And majority of the season, he's been good. And people like Reaper say doing a job of a normal keeper, bro, you can't have it both ways. Because when he's not doing his job, you're quick to crash it on him. When he's comfortably doing his job.
I agree with Don. You got to be fair. We 10 games in, and he's only had a few. He's all right.
No, I'm getting in before you, Andrew. I'm getting in before you because we talked about this. Because this is the debate that we had. This is the debate we had on I think it was Chez's stream like yesterday or the day before. And these guys are telling me that like, yo, you know, it's just the regular work of a keeper, man. Like what? We're supposed to give him like plaudits because he caught the ball.
I am.
You know, like how many keepers struggle with cross collection and reading where the ball is?
I was just about to say that.
And fighting through, you know, like fighting through traffic to claim the ball.
I'm not comparing him to other keepers. I'm comparing with what I had to deal with this last year.
No, but I'm saying this though, like these things that are skill sets, cross collection, reading the ball aerially, you know, fighting through, you know, command of the area. These are things that you expect from most keepers, but you don't get from all the keepers. So it is a skill that some possess and few do, right? So I can't look at what he's done and be like, oh, that's just the work of a regular keeper. This is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
When he's doing it at a great level, and you're looking at everyone else in the league that is struggling to do those exact same things that you think every keeper should have. Like, let's just be real, man. He's played well. The problem I had with the problem that I've had with Sanchez, and I continue to have, wasn't a problem yet on the weekend, was it's always going to be distribution. Like when we're looking for those quick passes to play it into our, to break the press and stuff like that, it's like mama spaghetti, man. The guy just has he makes too many mistakes.
I also think that that's partly due to distribution wise. I think it's partly due to the target up front. Like when you're a lot of the games that you notice his distribution's not as good, in my opinion, is when João Pedro's 3 against a 3 in the back on his own, and he can't go long. So when it's the Lap and Pedro up there, we had no problem going long, period. And that was just what he want, and he was willing to do it. Now it's more a little bit of a hesitancy to do it because of the fact that he doesn't have the same targets up there. So
but I'm not even really speaking about the targets as much as it is.
No, I think that it eliminates a little bit of his of his distribution issues when he has the option that he knows he can just go long.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And that's really where I'm going with it necessarily. And
I thought his distribution in this game, apart from
it was very good. Very good.
Very good in this game. It was good. There was one pass where he tried to rush it. He tried to rush it to Pedro, and I saw Maresca on the side. Maresca shouted, bro. Maresca was like, "Yo, take time there, bro." You know what I mean? But bro, his throws, the way his decision making in his distribution right now has actually been quite good.
And you said the right word. I was going for. His decision making has been way better.
It's been better.
Yeah,
I would say
he has had a few merits that haven't really cost him that though.
I would say this, right? I would say this. First of all, I will never join a Sanchez hive. You to yourself. I will never join that. Okay. Listen, and let me preface this because I know characters with me on Chels's stream yesterday, and I had to say it quite a few times because people were getting on me. I'll say it again. I think he played well. He played good on Saturday. And I can understand. Listen, I think he caught everything. That was great. I thought his kicking was far better than it was very impressive on Saturday. But the praise I was hearing was when Mendy caught that first cross after Kepa not catching for 2 years. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it was that. And I'm thinking,
and I can co-sign what Andrew's saying because I seen Nini FC type.
Yeah,
Sanchez has the best hands in Europe.
Yeah, I think
bro.
the best compliment, the best compliment I can give, the best compliment coming from me as the ultimate Sanchez hater, is that I've barely thought about his performances in a negative way.
Yeah.
For quite a while. Do you know what I mean? Against Sunderland, I didn't think anything was his fault against Sunderland or anything like that, right? Or anything. I think that's where I want my goalkeeper. I want to speak about my goalkeeper in 2 ways, Don. That's the only way you should ever speak about goalkeepers. Yeah. They cost you the game or they win you the game. Yeah. I want this guy from now to the end of the season to constantly his average rating. I want him to get 6. So I'll tell you why. Because that means he's not had a bad game. Right, and we've probably won a lot. Do you know what I mean? Or he's just been steady Eddie in there. That's what I want. If he continues to do this, that's fine. If they had a game plan, that's fine. And I didn't know about a game plan because he's already come out. But I'm glad he was able to catch everything. He should do that, and I'm glad it is. And I say again, I think he had a good game. I'm just not going to go. I think we're like that.
Where's Don? What the hell happened here? Hold on a second. Where the hell is Don?
Do you remember if you ever did swimming at school, there's that one kid who couldn't do a dive and then did a dive at the end of the school year, and then everyone celebrated like he fucking won a gold medal or something like that, right? I think that's what we're treating Sanchez like he's got an.
I'll admit that. I am.
But the thing is though, let's be real though, because when it comes to players, end of the day, players can improve. You know what I mean? Players can improve. And the main thing. The thing is that no, you can, Jim. You can because let me tell you why, Jimmy. Yeah, the thing about Sanchez with his bozo things, it's just avoidable things, bro. It's a mentality thing, right? It's a mentality thing, bro. You can switch on. He has been concentrated more often than not recently. That is why he's not making these stupid mistakes.
I just don't think we need to go very far with it. That's the thing.
No, we don't need to go far.
We can give him credit for where credit is due in the moments that he deserves credit, and that's just what it is at this current moment. I think that, and especially with him, right? Like, especially with him, like, I'm not one.
We said Sanchez.
I'm a big Sanchez hater, and I'll let Rob go because I know he's gonna have words about this. But for me, it's just we don't need to do too much about it. Like, we don't need to be classing them in these classes with.
I don't do that. I don't do that. Right? I don't do that.
But we can also give him praise for the way that he's performed recently.
Of course,
like, that's what I want to allow people to. I also don't want to go too far down the other side because he has been all right. Like, I can't give him anything, you know.
Exactly, bro. Like, if people are now saying, "Oh, keep him long term," and that, bro, I still like it's tranquilo. You're tranquilo, you know. But right now, just see us out to the season. Do your job. Get some clean sheets. You know, claim some crosses, and we ain't gonna have a problem.
Rob, how was church, bro? How was church?
Here we go. Tom and Jerry, bro. Here we go. Go, what you saying, man?
No, I just found it a bit funny that when people are trying to give Sanchez his credit, people are saying, well, he's doing his job. Well, then what's the point of giving anybody credit? Where's the point of giving Cucurella credit? He's doing the job of a left back. What's the point of giving Esteval credit? He's doing the job of a winger, creating chances and beating his man. What's the point of giving Caicedo, President Caicedo? He's doing the job of a DM that the GM should be doing. Why are we just when Sanchez is doing his job? Like, that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to claim cross. Well, Caicedo is supposed to break up play. Cucurella is supposed to pocket his wingers. Rich James is supposed to pocket his wingers and put in good crosses. Why do we praise them when they put in good performances? At what they're supposed to be doing, right?
What's the massive difference between all those players and Robert Sanchez?
No, I'm not saying you are trying to go. I'm talking right here, right now.
Yeah, but now. Rob, there's too much scarring, bro. Like you gotta understand. There's way too much scarring. There's too much scarring for us to just put a patch over it. Like, you can't just put a patch over it and be like, "That's good, it's good." No, there's still
I'm not saying put a patch. I'm not saying go, become me and start calling him the best goalkeeper in the league. I'm not saying start calling him all of these things. Just based on his performance against Spurs. I don't get why people are saying, well, I'm not going to praise him based on what he's supposed to do.
Course,
then why are you praising Caicedo? Caicedo did what a DM supposed to do.
Yeah, but of course,
so why are you praising Caicedo then?
I hear you, but that's why we shut down the comment as well. Because again, you guys know I'm the biggest Sanchez hater, bro. I don't like giving this guy credit, but at the same time,
I'll fight you for that. I'll fight you for that.
Maybe we'll arm wrestle over it. But listen, there's a lot of big Sanchez haters over here, but we're gonna give him his credit because he did his thing. So people saying that, he just did his job. That's nonsense. 8 out of 10 performance. I would be like, listen, big up Garnacho. He didn't do that, but again, Sanchez did. Sanchez did his job and he was excellent. So I'm gonna give him his credit. But again, my thing is, and everybody's thing is, just give us consistency because, guys, we all grew up on Carlo Cudicini, Petr Cech, Courtois. You know, that 18 months of Mendy.
Fucking purple back.
That 18 months of Mendy. All quality. So, like, we just want Sanchez to be at least close to that level because that's what we expect from Chelsea.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Listen, don't worry. We're going to get to Garnacho because we haven't gone through the midfield as of yet. Let me come.
Rob's going for a tunnel, Don. Rob's going for a tunnel when as soon as we bring up Garnacho.
I know. My connection about to go.
Hey, Rob, you're active now. Yeah, you're on the stream. You ain't gonna go off, have you?
Nah, me. No, I just got home. I just need to get into my home office and be set. But God,
you'll be all right. Yeah, don't worry, bro. Listen, by the time we get to Garnacho, you'll be in the house. If you go and turn off your camera to do that,
have his church clothes off. Have his church clothes off.
Joey, Joey. I told people to hit the like button so you search the entire stream. So people keep liking the stream. So Joey does not talk for the rest of the stream.
Maybe that would
Nobody
work,
trying
bro.
to hear from you.
Maybe one time that would work.
Bro, let's go through Caicedo because we've spoken a lot about Reece. Yeah. Actually, let's go to Enzo first before we talk about Caicedo. What do you think of Enzo's performance, Joey?
After watching it a second time, I was a lot more impressed.
I said the same.
Like, I literally, I don't know. I didn't know how much he was on the ball. And, I guess I just wasn't really paying attention that much. towards him because I was just enamored by what Caicedo was doing the entire game. Like especially like I was watching Caicedo and Cucurella like strictly in that game specifically because of how well they were playing. And then the second time around, I like kind of opened my eyes towards like the movement of the attack, where our midfielders were picking up the ball and things of that nature. I thought his distribution first half was a little frustrating because there was a couple times on the ball where he could have really gotten us into really good positions, like just front-footed positions. And then in the second half, he was doing exactly what I wanted him to do. So it was like, I thought it was a good performance. Like, not one of Enzo's best performances, in my opinion, but it was just a good performance, a solid performance from Enzo, solid from Enzo. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I kind of saw it.
Off the ball, he was good as well. Man.
Yeah,
off the ball,
he was picking up picking up their midfielders in every area that he really needed to be picking them up. He really cut off a lot of what Kudus wanted to do inside. So it really gave Cucurella the option to be like, all right, let's fight in. Let's see if you want to come around the side with me. Let's see. And he couldn't because he knew, and Cucurella knew he had the inside help for majority of the game. So he was like, all right, let's go down the outside. Let's play this down the outside battle that I know you're gonna go to because I know I have help inside. So what are you gonna do, Kudus?
Yeah,
absolutely nothing. That's what you do. You're still sitting in Cucurella's pocket. So that's where like those are the things that you don't get to see as much watching it first time around. I feel like
exactly
that's why I had to say second time around he was much more impressive.
I think Enzo. Listen, I've seen Enzo have much better games because there was even a moment in the first half where he shot. He could have played it through to Garnacho.
That's the first. That was the exact moment I was thinking of, Don. The same exact moment.
Yeah, he could have done a little bit better there, but he could have got an assist in the second half.
I also didn't think Garnacho helped him very much in those.
But wait, y'all blame him for not giving Garnacho the ball. Stop fucking.
One thing about Garnacho, Jim, bro, running in behind, he's good at that. Enzo is good at finding those through balls. He could have played that pass, man.
He did sell Garnacho.
Whoa. Peter Griffin voice. Whoa. Chalobah played one of the passes of the year.
Yeah,
Garnacho. Beautiful pass. And he blew it.
He did.
He cut a ball between every midfielder and right behind the right back to where and fucking Garnacho blew it. So don't
I hear it, but I'm telling you,
I'm a big Chalobah hater, and that was one of the best passes he's played.
That was like a Levi Caldwell pass right there.
Even the pass that he played to Estevao and Estevao came on, that pass was mad.
Yeah,
that pass was mad.
I just think though, Enzo. Enzo's he's Marmite to this fan base, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? It's like that's for some people. Yeah. I don't get it. But me and Jim have all. I think the rest of it. I know me and Jim have been really like supportive of him. Like we're like, you know, obviously his off-field eccentrics need a lot to be desired. But you know what I mean. But we won't do that when you supported John Terry.
Yeah. Enzo, it wasn't vintage Enzo.
But I will say this: it wasn't. Listen, was it his best? But was it like an all-star 9, 10 out of 10 performance? No, but it was bloody effective. That's what it was on Saturday.
Yes.
It was effective. And I tell you what, I liked even more. For about 30 minutes of that second half, he was just a little shithouse. He was winding them up. He was putting in tackles. It was maybe he got away with one, but who cares? Because they got.
You know the game against Spurs, Andrew. You know he loves playing against Tottenham, bro. He won us the game.
But Don also look how many other South American players they had in that Spurs team as well. Do you know what I mean? It was a little
Argentina,
Uruguay,
Brazilian, Uruguay,
he is someone that will always, for me, for the last year or so, he's been like the third, fourth most important player. Like he's one of the first names on the team sheet for me. You know, I think the best of him, I've always said the best of him is like that type of role, but he can do the other role as well. We saw it against Liverpool, how good defensive he was against Liverpool and attacking wise against Liverpool. It's not, you know, he's still up there in stats in covering the most distance in any player in the league. Do you know what I mean? He's up there. He's just effective. He's a very good player. And he needs to listen. does he need to listen? Does he need to improve on some of his game? Yeah, but like you said, all players need to improve, right? But he's very effective and important to what Maresca is trying to do.
100%. I don't know if you heard what I said. That GG, maybe it got like someone else was talking. Last season at the Bridge, he scored the only goal to win us the game, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He scored the header against Tottenham. And it was Palmer.
He scored in a reverse fixture, Don. He made it 3-2 in a reverse fixture.
Yeah,
he did, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He likes
him up, man.
And I feel like the one thing that you said, he's like doxed by this fan base at this point. Like there's so much of this is like we watch other players drop 5s, 4s, and 5s all the time. Then they get passes that are in other teams. People told me Tajani Reinders is better than this guy. And every week, bro, I watch Tajani Reinders and I'm like, what is better of this guy than what we already have? Like, what do you guys see that I don't see? Because like I don't.
But here's the best part, Joey. The ones in the chat who type that, they don't have to answer for those crimes.
Exactly. I have to come on stream
and tuck and hide away
and answer their
name
questions.
all these players that they want over Enzo, and then when those players are shit, they just tuck and hide away. They just
away.
But Jimmy, you know what the most ironic?
Visibly, that's all you can say. That like visibly on the eye, his touch and such that's the only thing that's better. The only thing that's better. He doesn't do anything better than Enzo though. Outside of
Joey, do you know what the most ironic thing about Enzo Fernandez is? He does what some of these fans loved about this player in 23-24 does, but he's got quality in his passing and his finishing. He does exactly the same thing as Conor Gallagher does, right? He'll press, he'll tackle, he'll do all the running thing that everyone in this fan base loved Conor Gallagher for. But you know what? He can pass it, he can shoot, he can score, and he affects the game in a more positive way. But he doesn't get any credit for it for some of this fan base.
What do you think of his
bro, you guys don't watch Tajani Reinders, and it's not that much better in passing. He does overhit. Tajani Reinders hits overhits passes just as much as Endo does. It's not a weight of pass thing that you guys think of so much better than what we already have. Like it's my point, in my opinion. You guys watch bits and pieces of this guy's fucking highlights, bro. That's what you watch. That's how I know you watch it. Because Tajani Reinders hasn't even man.
Why are we still talking about Reinders? Like,
because I know Couch likes Reinders.
Let's talk about.
I know Reaper likes Reinders so much. Reaper killed me over Reinders this summer. Reaper killed me over Reinders, and I told him I'm not.
Let's not talk about reindeer anymore, man. Let's talk about.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, though, man. Obviously, listen, guys are quick to crash it on their own players, but when it comes to the players they're sucking off, they're saying nothing. Yeah, Reaper's in the chat saying, "Yo, Reinders has been shit," but I ain't seen you crashing that guy online, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let me come to you, Couch. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go to ads. Like everyone's asking me to cook this guy, but like, yo,
cook him.
No, I'll come after ads because I know ads has got some good things to say. So,
what about who? Enzo?
Actually, both of you. Go on.
I mean, if we're talking about Enzo, I mean, Surfer's right. He is Marmite. And that's because I think for me it's obvious why he's Marmite. He gives us Marmite performances. The times where he's great, there's even times where he's also really good, but he also gives you a lot of bad in the good performances. And I thought that was a Tottenham game because I watched it first time and I thought he was decent. I watched it back and I appreciate what he does off the ball, a bit more obviously defensively. And of course, he plays a very key role in our system, you know, being able to sort of link up with the guys in the first phase, coming from high to drop deeper to help us in the build up. And of course, he's the one crashing the box, you know, making that run past the centre backs to sort of give space for jump head to sort of jump in when we are crashing the box. So there's a lot of great things in the team, and I don't want to underplay what he brings to the team and the system. Also, mentality-wise as well, being a winner, being obviously a vice captain as well. However, if your USP is passing and being an elite passer, your passing needs to be cleaner. It needs to be better. It needs to be more decisive when we are.
Thank you.
True.
Thank you.
Attack. When we are playing the two wing backs that we call road runners, who are our wingers, right? Who are actually good at running in behind, right? If you want to get the best out of those road runners, you need to be better at passing it in transition. I don't want to see you overhitting passes
Thank you.
or underhitting passes consistently when you're meant to be an elite passer. Because stationary, Enzo's passing is top. It's one of the best in Europe, comfortably, right?
Exactly.
Stationary, his passing, his pings, it's all great.
Stationary being the operative term.
Movement, when he's having to put some dynamism into his movement and make a pass on the run in a quick moment where like it's decisive. His passing's so bad, it's so inconsistent, and it's like,
I told you
that bad for a guy with this quality. So those things are very frustrating watching. By the way, he also missed a big chance in that game too. When Richards put it on a plate for him on the header, by the way. But anyways, Enzo was good against Tottenham. He was good against Tottenham. But my thing is, given the level of play that we know that we see, with his ability, what this guy can do over football. Again, before he came to us, we were all talking about how, when he joins, he's going to be giving us goals from outside the box. All these goals that we were seeing every time they go to fucking international break, and he's playing in the Copa America and he's scoring all these bangers. Like, cool. Where is that for us? So now these kind of things, which we know he has in his locker, we just need to see way more. This isn't me crashing on Enzo saying we need to sell him. No, he's a top quality player, and I feel like he can bring us more in this team. But I need to see way more, and that's why he's going to be Marmite until he gives us more consistency.
Yeah, but I've told you this before already. Let me read this comment from Assad as well. Yeah, he said Enzo costs 100 million to just run around, bring Gallagher, bro. He does more than just run around.
Happiness. You don't deserve happiness. That's not. You don't deserve happiness.
He does more than just running around. Yeah, but I've listened. I agree. Everything you just said there, I agree with it, right? Because even me, like, watching that shit, especially watching it in person, when I'm seeing him breaking down attacks at times, yeah, with his passing. I'm like, Enzo, you're better than that, man. But I've told you guys before, his footwork is the reason why. Yeah, his footwork when he's running at speed and trying to attack with the ball is not as good as a KDB. He doesn't sort his feet out quick enough, like a Xavi Simons even, right? He's very much, because Enzo in the first phase. If you look at Enzo's passing in the first phase in comparison to in the second phase, there's a difference, bro. There's a difference. Because when he's standing there next to the centre backs, he's got more time. He can get the ball, he can slow it down, boom. When he's running at speed, and he has to play the pass, his footwork isn't there. It's just not there, bro. You know what I mean? That's the problem that you've got. He needs to work on his footwork. He needs to work on lacing the ball. I don't want to be seeing some finesse shots outside the box unless you're going to go top right or top left. Just lace the ball like fucking Caicedo, bro. Put your foot through the ball. Everything has to be pretty. Just bang it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Just fucking bang it. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm kind of looking at it. I don't disagree with anything you've said about his passing. I think his passing.
And here's the thing. I think that people take that 100 million tag now. It's just like it's a tag that you have to play to, right? And I'm just like, bro, you're playing him not to his strengths necessarily, right? You guys just mentioned all of his strengths and all of his weaknesses. So why is he playing box to box? If that's the case,
well, I'll tell you why. Because he can't.
Like if you're asking me, if you're sitting,
that's a lie.
Okay, that's a lie. It's a lie that he can't defend. It's a lie that every manager that he's played with in the Premier League has played him as a number 8, number 10 because they don't trust him as a 6.
So we haven't seen Enzo.
It's a lie.
We haven't seen him.
Hold on. What? The beginning of last year, he was playing in the 6. The beginning of last year, he was playing in the 6 under Maresca. Then he got benched for Lavia. And then he came back and played the number 8, 10. And he said that's his preferred role. That's Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Let me remind you how that works. I remember the conversations. Let me remind you where Enzo was playing, because I remember the conversations. Enzo was playing further up in the pitch, right? Because I was literally saying to you lot, I'd rather Dewsbury in that hole. I'd rather Felix in that hole. He was playing.
Where was he playing? Where was he playing? Were we playing with a 2 in the middle? Were we playing with a 2 in the middle?
2 seasons ago.
I'm talking about last year under Enzo Maresca.
Last year, Enzo was playing higher up, bro. He's playing higher up.
When we started the year, let me just finish this work. When we started the year last year, he was playing as one of the 2 6s. And he was I remember specific. Oh my God. Okay.
What games was that?
I must be making this up then, because then how did Lavia get into the game then? How did Lavia get into the game then when Enzo was off the pitch? When Enzo went to the bench and Lavia came on, where did he play?
Bro, listen.
Just answer me this question. Answer me this question.
How many games where he played in the last season?
Hold on. When Enzo came out of the side and Lavia came in for him, where did Lavia play?
Bro, Lavia was playing in the 6, of course.
Okay, so who did he replace in the side?
You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Why was I saying I would rather Dewsbury Hall? I would rather Felix. I would rather these other players ahead of Enzo in that position. Enzo was playing up. Enzo was playing in the half spaces at the beginning and he couldn't do it, bro. He was not working in that position.
Do I need to show you footage of where he was playing on the pitch?
we
Do
were
I need to
literally
show
on
it
Blue
to you?
Diaries.
It's
Hold
not
on,
even,
hold on, Couch.
bro.
Let me
It's
finish my
not
point,
even.
bro.
It's not even debatable.
You're
He was
not
playing
letting
as
me
a
talk.
number
You're not letting me
6. He couldn't be used there.
You're not
He
letting me
couldn't
talk,
be
bro. You're not
used
letting me
there.
talk.
There was
The
times where we're
conversation-
talking about when he's playing out of the. Hold on. Well, there's times where we're talking about him when he's playing out from the back. We're building up to the back, and he's like leaving men wide open. Not reading it. We were talking about that on Blue Diaries.
No, we were literally
Enzo.
talking about moving Enzo back into his natural position because he's not it further up, bro. He's not it. And then he got dropped a little bit. Then he finally.
Why did he get dropped?
Because he wasn't playing well in that new role, bro. He wasn't playing well in that new role. Enzo last season, at the start of last season, was learning a new role.
Does anybody else think that Enzo was playing as a number 8-10 at the beginning of the year last year?
Bro, remind me. I've asked you a question. Remind me of the games last season at the beginning.
You have Robert agreeing with you, by the way. Just keep that in mind.
I've got Robert.
You have Robert agreeing with you.
Bro, you don't need to go remind yourself where Enzo started to play last season, bro. We were all begging for Enzo to go back in the pivot.
What formation did we play last year?
We were all like, wait, hold on, Couch. We was all saying,
it's so easy to solve.
We was all saying, why is Enzo so far up on the pitch? Why is he so far up on the pitch? He's not good there. We were all saying this, bro. And then when he came back into the team, he was much better in that position, bro. Much better. I remember
when he came back into the team, he played as a number 8-10. I don't know what we're talking about.
There might have been a game where he played in a pivot or whatever, because Maresca does that with him.
A game when he played into the pivot.
What I remember vividly was talking to you lot saying I would drop Enzo right now and I would literally play Dewsbury Hall where Enzo was meant to be. Yeah,
you might have said that. You might have said that. I don't know if I necessarily agreed with that, but you can't tell me. You can't tell me that after watching those games.
This is the thing I don't get. Couch, you know
what the funny thing is? What we're gonna have to do now? I'm gonna have to go back and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. You're gonna have to see footage for you guys to just to own the fact that you were wrong. He was playing as a number 6-8. He was playing in that. What formation were we playing then in possession? What formation were we playing in possession? Tell me. What formation were we playing in possession?
In the hard spaces. I can just show you right now.
What formation were we playing when we were building out? What formation?
I can't remember every game, but what I remember is that we were playing 2-8s in most of those games. Enzo was literally in the half spaces, and most people wanted him the fuck out of there. We wanted him out of the half spaces, bro. We said, why is Enzo playing there? Enzo should be playing in the pivot.
Give me the lineup that you have where he's playing as an 8. No, just tell me who you have where. Tell me where.
What do you mean? I will show you right now.
What was our preferred lineup at the beginning of the year? Tell me.
I will show you right now, broski. Enzo was in the half spaces last season in a lot of the games, and he got dropped because he wasn't doing well there, bro. Yeah, all of us wanted him out of that bitch. We wanted him out of that position, and we wanted him back in the pivot, bro. Right? There might have been a few games where he played in the pivot, like this season. We've seen him against Brentford in the pivot, but Enzo's been playing both positions, bro. One thing I said about Enzo last season is Enzo learned how to play a new role. Enzo was not playing in the pivot most of last season, bro.
Okay, I don't even want to. I know we talked about this before. I don't want to go back and forth about this because I know what I saw. I know where he's playing. I've analyzed it, and I've given you footage of it exactly that in my video. So I don't need to relitigate this in any way. What I'm asking you right now is where does he play now? He plays as an 8-10 role. Why does he play there? Bro,
he's playing as our 10 right now because João Pedro played up top.
Why does he play there? Why did he play there?
Because he's
one of our most
creative players. He's one of our most.
Also, it has nothing to do with his defensive acumen at all. It doesn't have anything to do with this.
Hold on, Kaush. Let's get things right because you said Enzo can't play in the pivot because he can't defend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Enzo can defend.
I agree with that.
He's not a better defender. He's not a better defender than Reece. He's not a better defender than Lavia. He's not a better defender than Caicedo. You said he can't defend. That's why I don't play in the pivot. But we've seen him play in the pivot and defend. We've seen it. We literally saw him play against Brentford in the pivot, and that was probably his best performance of the season.
I guess we don't watch Enzo play for Argentina, where he's won the Copa America and when he's won the World Cup, where he plays in the 6 for Argentina, right?
So you don't think that he has players around him that liberate him in that role? Yeah, you don't think that what's this? DePaul doesn't play there?
No.
So DePaul doesn't play there?
No, Couch.
They play a 4-3-3. I don't know what you're talking about. They don't play 4-2-3-1. They play a 4-3-3.
I just told you for Argentina.
Church baller, man. They play 4-3-3. Okay.
One at a time, man. One at a time. Go on, Rob.
He wins silverware with Argentina playing as a 6, is a deep line playmaker. right? With McAllister going further forward, and next to him is Rodrigo De Paul, right? That's the role that he plays. You
It's a
told me
4-3-3, right?
every coach that he
It's a 4-3-3, right? Would you call it a 4-3-3?
What?
Yeah, but in possession, it's like a 4-2-3-1, bro, because he plays in the pivot.
It's not a 4-3-3.
He plays in the pivot, and Rodrigo De Paul usually starts to go and help press and be next to Messi, and Enzo is the one that dictates the play from deep. And he's done the defensive duties, and he's won trophies, silverware with the Copa America and the World Cup, playing that role in that position. Don't tell me, he can't play because nobody trusts him to defend. He's won silverware playing there.
So why everything that you guys see him as a player, right? As this deep lying playmaker number 6, which is something that we can use in the side. Why is he never there? Why is he never there? Hold on. Is Enzo Maresco some sort of a moron?
No. You are assuming we need that in the 6. No, we have Caicedo who can progress the ball. We have Cucurella who inverts, Reece James who are good on the ball. So you use Enzo Fernandez further up because he is a volume chance creator alongside Cole Palmer. He's one of the.
So you think that he's used because of the volume of chances that he creates?
Because he creates chances, yes.
Oh my God! So why do you want him deeper then? Why do you want him deeper then? Like this, you guys are killing me, man.
No.
You guys are killing me. Like every time we talk about what he does well and what he doesn't do well, you're telling me this, that, and the other, man. Like what are we doing here?
Why do we want him deeper?
You asked the question. Why has he played further up? Robert's answered the question. You say why do you
want a lot of chances up top? He scores goals, he gets assists, and he creates loads of chances up top.
Wow, volume chance creator we hear.
Let me say something, Couch, here, because the thing is, if you're playing against a team like a Tottenham, right? For me, the pivot would be Caicedo and Lavia. Yeah. And
Bam, just quickly, Bam, I agree with you 100%, by the way. The comment there.
Hold on. Three-man midfield, yeah, with a Caicedo, Lavia, and Enzo in there. Because you're right. Lavia and Reece and these guys, they defend better than Enzo. But what I don't like is the comment where you said he can't defend. He can defend. Yeah, he might not be as good as the others defending, but he can defend, bro. I literally watch this guy defending weekly, bro. He might not be a destroyer, but that's what I'm saying. I don't like that statement of Enzo can't defend. He can, bro. He showed it many times.
People say he can't defend, and then watch him with the goal. The only goal we score against Sunderland is literally Enzo coming back to defend, winning the ball back, and spurring the attack.
Bro, we're not talking about 1 and 2 opportunities. We're talking about his overall game. So you have this propensity for taking one aspect or one moment in the game and saying that this is the proof positive that he can do something. He's a footballer. Of course he can do things right. He can do those things from time to time. Of course. But I'm talking about you would not play him there. You would not play him there in the 6 in a defensive role. When you're playing against teams that are looking to attack you time and time again, you would just not do that.
Like we've got players.
Well, then that's what I'm talking about. You would play Lavia there, though, right? You would play Caicedo there, though, right?
But that doesn't mean that he can't defend. That's my point. That doesn't mean that he can't defend.
You can't trust him in that role. It's as simple as that. You cannot trust him in that role against every team. Okay? When you're playing against teams that like when you're looking to have the ball, like 60-70% of the time, yes, you can play him in the 6 because you know you're not going to be threatened time and time again. But when you're looking to play a solid, compact system and you don't want to be like, blown apart in transition all the time, you cannot play him there. It's as simple as that.
I also think it's a league thing too.
We're agreeing with you, but the only thing
you can't play him in this league in the 6 because there's way too much. The game is transition in this league. Like in the English league, in the English Premier League, it's transition. It's pretty simple. But he plays in any other league in Europe, he plays in the 6. I'm just being. That's just the honesty of it. Like if you look at Angelo Stiller right now, who plays in Germany, it's a similar type of profile. He's a stationary passer. He gets blown by defensively. If he comes to this league, he's going to have the same problems as Enzo does coming into this league and playing in this league. He's a 6 in that league, but maybe in this league, he's probably an 8 because he needs defensive help. It's just the way that these things are, the way that I feel like everything is black and white in these conversations, and it's never just black.
It really isn't. And that's not what I was trying to illustrate. That is not what I was trying to illustrate.
I feel like you're saying it in a way as if you found like a diamond, bro. Like it's not rocket science that Lavia and Caicedo in a pivot against the bigger teams is the best way to go about things because they're better defensively than Enzo. The only thing that I disagree with is your statement that you made that he cannot defend. He can defend. That's the only thing I'm disagreeing with. But against the bigger teams, bro, I literally put Lavia in my lineup against Tottenham, bro. Lavia and Caicedo in a pivot with Enzo in a 4-3-3 or whatever, and then potentially tucking in Esteval into the little pockets and whatnot. Enzo can go a little bit further up, right? But to say he can't defend, I'm sorry, I don't agree. But let's move on to someone that can defend, Couch. I'll come to you for that guy, Caicedo. You know what I'm saying, bro? I've lost adjectives, Couch. What to say for this guy? I don't know what more I can say about him, bro. Please, if you can enlighten us with some new adjectives, some new Canadian terms, let us know, man.
I wish I could.
Can you describe his defending, Couch, please, first?
Tell us about his defending, man.
Yo, we've talked about this ad nauseum, and I think that we're running out of superlatives for this guy time and time again, right? Like, I think for him, the reason why he didn't even make my match review. I didn't even mention him once because, and he was the man of the match, by the way. He was the man of the match. Didn't make my match review once because when you watch him play, it's just like, oh, that's just Caicedo being Caicedo. And, I know that there's going to be a raging debate about, who's the best central midfielder in the Prem right now. And all of this stuff. I'm not that guy. Like, I'm very, very comfortable. I don't need to hear, okay, he's better than this guy, he's better than that guy. I'm very, very comfortable with who I have in my side. And I wouldn't change him for anybody in the Prem. There's very few, actually, if you even extend it beyond the Premier League, I don't think there's anybody in world football that I would take as a 6'8" ahead of Caicedo. Like, it's just that simple. Like, I was talking to Hussam, we were online, and he was telling me that, like, PSG's midfield, like, nobody in PSG's midfield, Caicedo doesn't get into their midfield. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's so different.
Caicedo?
So
they would move things around to make Caicedo fit.
They would move mountains. They would move mountains to put him in that midfield.
John Neves' whole bench. Like, you think that wouldn't happen? You think Enrique doesn't know ball? Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy to think, right? So yeah, he was fantastic. Just again, like I don't even think that he was very influential in the first half. Obviously, he was very much instrumental on the goal, but he didn't have to do a lot of work because of so much of the work that was in front of us. The first line of that press, we were just winning the ball back. I thought Reece James was very good at second ball recovery and whatnot, but overall, Caicedo was just an imperious force when we counted on him. Very efficient in his touches, very efficient in the ball winning and whatnot. And this is what you want from a guy like that, right? Nobody talks about this guy when we're talking about price tag anymore because he gives you what you expect to get. I don't want to go back to Enzo and stuff like that, but like the fact that we're still debating debating it over and over again, what he brought, what value he brings to the side, is a testament to what I'm saying about Caicedo. We don't talk about Caicedo about that stuff. It's like, yeah, we paid 150 million, and what? And what? Yes, exactly. He's worth every fucking penny. So no debate. Man of the match for me. I'm waiting now for the opportunity to see him next to Lavia, because I think that, like you said, Don, many times before, if Lavia can play that sitting six role, I think we can see a little bit more quality from the likes of Caicedo in that number 8, that more box to box position, where he could not only use his decision making, but also his ball striking in key areas and winning the ball high up the pitch as well, which is what he did for the goal anyways. But he just needs to be liberated in that role a little bit more with Lavia before we can actually see that deployed on a more regular basis.
100%, bro. Listen, I want to see that pivot more often, Couch. Like, I've got no problems with it. I think Enzo next to Caicedo works more against, the teams like the Brentfords or whatever. But the big games, bro, you want Lavia fit. You want that solid still. I definitely agree with that point that you made. But Ads, what do you think of Caicedo, bro? Because this guy is just.
Sorry, can I just jump ahead because I got to shoot. So I've got
oh yeah, go.
So I agree with everything. I'm going to be very short. With everything that Couch says, I can't think of a word, so I have to think up new ones. He was flamdunctious on Saturday. I
hear it.
He was. And I just said, I don't big, like I said with Cucurella, I don't big up his performances. This is normal. This is just a normal, everyday game performance. Now, what I want him to do is after the international break, he's got Barcelona and Arsenal after the international break. He performs there and in a winning side as well. There is the debates shrink. I agree with Couch. This Rice Caicedo thing is, I don't have these debates because I'm not going to rip away from Rice. He's a good player, but I will always prefer Caicedo because, first of all, I'm biased, and first of all, I just think he offers me more. Do you know what I mean? He's essential. I tell you what stood out, why he's elite. The difference in reaction between him and Neto for that goal. When Neto gave away that ball that he was supposed to pass for João Pedro, Neto just gave up when like that. He steamrolls in and wins the ball twice and sets Pedro up for the goal. That's the difference up there. He wants to win. He wants to win. And I don't care what it is. This new contract doesn't have to be years. Just give him whatever money he wants. Do you know what I mean? He is essential to this team. He's the most important player in this team. It's not Cole Palmer. It's Caicedo. Caicedo is the linchpin of this team. I don't think he's Kante. I think he's a hybrid of Essien and Kante because he can do both sides. He's in there. We should know about midfielders given our history. He's up there with them. Okay, he's up there with them. He is sensational. He's just brilliant. He's only 24. He only turned 24 Sunday. Honestly, I can't think of anything else to say. But he was just exceptional again. That's what it is. It's again, Don. It's not even like for that. You know, when some players we go, "Oh, he played well this game," not the other game. Again, you can count on the hand how many bad performances he's had in the past 2 years for us. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. I got to shoot, but subscribe.
No, big up, man. Big up, Andrew, man. Make sure that you're not following.
Big up, my guy.
Yeah. Make sure, people, man. But Rob, let me come to you about Mr. 49. You know, Mr. 419.
Oh, you're not gonna let me talk on Caicedo. Just going straight on 49. All right,
bro. Okay. Listen, we've said what we've said about Caicedo, but I want to talk about Garnacho. There's a game on right now. If you didn't know, Sunderland Everton. You know what I'm saying, like. Tell us about Garnacho's performance, Rob, man, because you were defending that wing back shift. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think everybody. You know, I think Chelsea fans we have this impression that we need a Caicedo level player in every position, right? No, whereas sometimes you need players who are there to do a job, to facilitate your superstars to thrive. Not everybody is supposed to be a superstar in a team. You need to have people who will do the dirty work, and that's what Garnacho and Neto were there for. To do the dirty work, so the João Pedro and the Caicedo and the Enzo Fernandez and the Reece James and the Cucurella can thrive. And that's what the job was. That's what the job were, right? Garnacho occupied Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro is probably Spurs' most creative player, right? He's probably Spurs' most creative player. And he literally took him out the game. He took him out the game.
Took him out the game?
Yes.
Took him out the game?
Was Pedro Porro an attacking threat to us?
You think that was because of Garnacho? We controlled them like right through they couldn't get anything forward. They had a 0.05 expected goal. Like they weren't crossing half. They weren't crossing half.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. Why was Pedro Porro not crossing the half?
Right? Because we had control of the ball.
No, because Garnacho was a threat going forward. He couldn't venture forward much more because Garnacho was a threat going back.
Bro, okay, all right. I'll let you live with that. Go on.
The thing is though, Robbie, hold on a second, bro. Yeah. End of the day, yes, I get your point. Like they did a job for the team and that. But like I said to the man in the group chat, right? You lot are just describing these guys to be wing backs then. If that's what Garnacho and Neto are there to do, just to defend and not actually do anything offensively, they might as well be wing backs. That shot that he had in the first half was pathetic shot. Yeah, the cross that he gave to Neto was behind Neto as well. Neto couldn't really do anything with that shot, with the chance that was created for him. I thought he didn't really do anything to Porro on the outside. There was no risk taking from him. It was very much retain the ball, defend, retain the ball, defend. There wasn't really nothing to go on that side, man. Yeah, and from time Porro stayed with him the whole game, and then when Gittins comes on, it's fucking Spence be moved onto that side. You know what they think of Garnacho? He is not taking enough risks. Pedro Neto on the ball in this game. Jesus Christ, ads. Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, Going backwards, I can't fault this guy. He knows how to work. He knows how to defend. But end of the day, I need to be seeing quality on the ball as well, ads. I need to see end product. And this guy, bro, he's experienced. When Esteval came on, yeah, again, I'm watching him right in front of me. Within 10 minutes, I'm seeing way more quality on the ball. And no one can try to tell me Esteval can't defend because he knows how to defend, right? But Esteval's quality, bro, the little passes in behind, the little link-up play to get the ball back, just everything about him, bro, in comparison to Neto. There was a difference. People around me will say, yo, look at this already. Look at Esteval already, the quality, bro. We need better from these guys going forward, man, because they're just not good enough.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Esteval came in. Obviously, we all know Esteval quality. Like Esteval as a player is a far more talented winger than anybody we have. At the club. That's factual. But also, it helps more. The way Moresca is managing him, bring him on against tired legs, gives him a better chance of cooking. Right? That's the better way to manage Esteval.
That's not true. Actually, Udogie got subbed on. Udogie got subbed on as fresh legs, and he had to play against Udogie. So that's not
exactly. He did what he did against Udogie, bro. Udogie just came on. You know what I mean? Like for me, Rob. Yeah, listen,
I have a little bit more of a systematical issue with this personally, like a tactical issue with this. Like you play a false nine, but then you play natural wingers. Like. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're gonna play a false nine, you probably want to play a false nine. Like, if you want,
what you mean by like natural
wingers,
wingers.
You're gonna want inside forwards who are gonna cut inside and take shots
at
a much more higher rate. Because that inside space, those inside spaces are gonna be vacated because Pedro's gonna be picking up the ball deeper positions. So you would want someone in those half spaces taking shots. More or less, and more times than not, or picking up the ball in the half spaces, not picking up the ball in fucking Ashkaban on the sideline. To me, it is just like it's more of a tactical thing in my opinion. Like you put in Garnacho there or Neto there to go down the sides and cross the balls to João Pedro, who's picking up the ball in the halfway line. Like to me, that doesn't make sense. It just actually doesn't make sense. And that's why when you bring in inside forwards, you see the tactical difference. Like you see the natural tactical difference because these are two players who want to pick up the ball closer to the box, like actually closer to the box. So like you're going to see Esteval be more dangerous in those inside spaces, passing the ball into the box rather than going around the edge like Neto was doing.
But Joe, even on the touchline, bro, Esteval's passes, the pass to Enzo.
I'm not saying that Esteval going down the touchline is a bad thing. I'm saying that he naturally wants to be inside, Don. He wants to pick up that half space, which in essence is where he needs to be, or where we need him to be, because realistically, João Pedro's pulling people out of position from where he is. He's dragging center backs out of position.
I mean, that's not an ongoing thing though. Like it's not like every time you see João Pedro.
It's an ongoing thing.
Okay, so there are going to be instances. There's going to be instances where you want him to hold the line.
One at a time, man.
In the Prem, he's doing this consistently. He's playing wingers with João Pedro, and it's like, okay, like if you're gonna do that, there's no target in the middle. There's no target. Cucurella and Enzo are our targets. That's what our targets are.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it, and that's why I keep on thinking tactically to this, because that's just how my mind works. I don't know. When I watch a game, that's how my mind works. So like, I just when I see it, I'm just like.
So you don't think that's the best?
It could be different, bro. It could be different. That's all I'm saying.
It could be different.
Yeah, but for you, Joey, you feel like that combination of Pedro, Garnacho, and Neto just doesn't work, basically.
No, unless you have a target man in front of them, it don't work.
See, Joey, finally you sound like you play Sunday League, man. Welcome aboard.
I don't play Sunday.
Finally you sound like you play Sunday League football. You're talking sense.
Ndiaye just scored as well. It looks like I think he scored a. Let me see how the goal went in. But Joey, you're speaking facts, bro. You're speaking facts, yeah. Because for me, that pairing, I said pairing in a group chat. Jimmy was like, "How could you call them a pairing? You barely seen them, man." You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
man, you barely seen him, man. What are you doing, man?
You guys like
What is
cracking up.
that?
The attempt,
You know what I'm saying, bro?
attempts of
But that-
US
that pairing,
accents
I'm
are
telling you,
hilarious.
that
They're
pairing, I don't like that pairing, Joey. I don't like it. If you're gonna play Neto, play Esteval with him, man.
Okay, let's go. Let's hear from Ads now. I want to see because I know he's been stewing on this one, and I knew that. I told you this was going to be central to the conversation. I knew it. Like I knew.
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, I don't like to speak on players that I don't rate. So all I'm going to say on number 49 that I've started my 60-day counter. People are counting 60 days to the new year. I'm counting to when transfer deadline day opens, and that's when I need this guy out of there. So there's 59 days left to the start of January, and I need to start my petition ready so that on the 1st of January we're getting this guy out of the football club. That being said, right, I agree with Joey's point, right? Like Neto on the right-hand side, naturally, the way the system is with the false nine, a left-footed guy on the right is cutting into space, cutting inside into that channel. And we saw it on the first goal where Neto plays that pass to João Pedro, which didn't make any sense. And Caicedo was like, listen, little bro, let me just win the ball back twice and then get the assist, right? But those moments show you that Neto isn't comfortable in those spaces. He's a natural winger. And he's a good touchline winger on the right. I think he's also a good touchline winger on the left. And I think the way the system works, I would rather him start on the left. And but the game is very simple for him. You're on the left, you're on your stronger left foot, just get to the byline and either do cutbacks or crosses or whatever, but like just play that standard game. For me, you have the right winger be the guy who cuts inside on their stronger foot, Esteval, and then can create magic, which is what Esteval does. And then you have a Gusto or a Reece James overlapping to brad the width. For me, as much as I love what Maresca did this game, Reece James in midfield was great. And in general, I trust the manager. I back the manager. For me, most of where we are in this league is based on the players, which is down to the sport director. Again, we're not in transfer window seasons. We don't need to talk about directors or anything like that. But yes, Maresca can still improve our attack because our attack can be way more potent than what it is. And tactically, we can improve some things. But also, personnel-wise, I'm sorry, Garnacho, I never need to see that shit again. I'm sorry. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. So,
you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it a lot more.
Until the lap can play football,
it needs to be Esteban starting game.
I don't want to see it because with the lap, I think with the lap, it really gives Neto a target to be able to hit and a target behind him he can hit. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I get it.
It's not just one target you're trying to hit the ball to every single time. He has the target in front with the laps runs in front of players is normally very good.
Cucurella as well.
Yeah, see, Joey, you're speaking facts, bro. Because what I want to see the link up between João Pedro and Esteval, man. I want to see them linking up, bro. Like
that's what it's supposed
Brazilian.
That's what it's supposed to be. Them two together is the right tandem because that they are willing to get close. They're willing to get close and play tiki taka with each other and allow themselves to be able to get themselves into space just by being next to each other.
Okay, so now, like I wanted Don to finish, or I wanted Ads to finish, but so now, here's the other side of this, right? We already talked about the tactical deployment and why that worked this game, right? How do you get that side together with Esteval coming in off the right and then work in Cole Palmer?
It's very simple.
Because I think that's the reason why we're seeing Gusto play in those positions, right? Like we're seeing Gusto get there. How are you gonna? And you need somebody on the right that's gonna at least hold the width, right? At least hold the width. So how are you gonna get that then?
So we've seen Cole Palmer start from the left. That'll be like sort of like a 10, but he comes from the left-hand side, right? For me, you can have a start Palmer naturally in the 10 and then have Esteval go from the right and be like the right 10, Palmer's the left 10, and you have somebody, one of our wing-backs, our right-backs who are very good at overlapping, hold the width from the right. And then the left.
Yeah, but we don't really let's just speak within the system that we deploy though, because we don't really overlap the fullbacks, right?
I can answer this question tactically if you like.
I'm just saying what I would want, but based on how the system is, yeah. I mean, I'll let Jerry answer it to be honest. But based on how the system is, I thought the system should actually change. But I'll let Jerry go.
Right.
So
let me read this super chat, Joey, and you can break it down. Big up Blades for this. It says Chelsea better drop that 50 million bid for Ndiaye right now. Hey, I don't know if you have seen the goal here, but bro, the goal he just scored.
Again, wasting money on Garnacho when this guy's
my favorite player. He's my current favorite player outside the Big Six. So like, if, like you're talking about a player that's outside of the Big Six teams, he's my favorite player to watch at this current.
But hey, let's go and buy.
I don't. Not to say that I want him because we have plenty of right wingers. Like we don't necessarily need.
Left wing, bro.
He plays
left wingers.
Yeah, bro. It's only because Grealish ain't a right winger. That's why he's playing on the right. He's doing a job for the team. I said his name many times in the summer.
He's doing well on the right.
He's cold.
I haven't watched. I'm not watching the game right now, so. The answer to that question, the answer to that question, Couch, is that the idea is for Cole Palmer to either be able to underlap or overlap Esteval when he's cutting inside, to give him to be able to give him the space and give him the option to be able to go outside too. So then you're having a rotation between the two. One's cutting inside, one's taking over his space, and it's and then you have it's just in the idea of it is that Cole can either run in behind João Pedro, he can underlap Esteval, he can underlap the other wing, or he can overlap Esteval on the other side. It really gives Cole the overall option to keep himself just busy.
I mean, as is right now, let's just be real. Like Cole Palmer gets the free roll. He goes wherever he wants, right? Yeah. Like he's the guy that stitches it. So I'm just saying, like, when you have him in the side, it makes it harder to have other people have the freedom to come inside and do all this other stuff as well. Because again, it's just congested.
Depends,
again,
because
right?
like if you're asking João Pedro to pick up the ball in the deep places, he's gonna take over
But you're saying João Pedro's a 10 though.
But not when Cole Palmer's in the side.
Okay, so this is what I'm asking. This is specifically what I'm asking. How do you fit these players in? How do you play?
I can find a system to play all of these guys, to be honest.
If you're not going to play the lap in that same system,
but
though.
That's the thing, is you would have the lap be leading the line. For me, I think João Pedro, he kind of plays a 10, can play as a second striker up front. But
I'd play him off the left, to be honest.
That's my point. You can play him off the left, because if you're going to have guys who are spamming crosses from the right, have somebody with physical presence. You can crash the box from the back post like João Pedro can do and get you goals. For me, you can start João Pedro on the left. You can have Palmer in the middle. You can have Esteval on the right, cutting inside. Have your right back be that fourth option in the attack, as holding the width. And then you have your main striker in the lap up front. And for me, that was a front five. Imagine that's a front five. Those 4 times. And then the right winger is going to be Gusto overlapping or Reece James overlapping. That's cash fucking.
And when you put that attack there, no one's going to be thinking about defending. They'll be thinking about attack, create, score, right? That's what I want to be thinking of, Rob.
But I'm gonna say, as much as we all want to see the lineup, it offers no balance.
It does. If you have Caicedo and Lavio, there's your balance.
Okay, you're gonna have who? João Pedro, Cole Palmer, and Esteval, right? Asking them to be what? Your primary press triggers?
Yeah, they can all press.
Yes, they can all press. They can all press, bro.
They can press. They're not luxury. I'm not saying they cannot press, but there's a difference between you being able to press and being the primary press trigger, where you have to run around every single second and then expect you to still have enough stamina.
That's not the problem. That's not the problem with balance, though, Rob. You have balance is the right problem, but that is not the wrong problem, because the lap would technically be the press trigger in that conversation.
Exactly, bro.
So I wouldn't like the lap pressing, to be honest. I'm just saying I don't want the lap pressing. Let's just be real.
The problem with it is that then you are cutting off half the pitch. You're really, in essence, if you're cutting the pitch into quadrants, right? You're cutting off a second section of the pitch that literally would just leave Cucurella as an extra wide man, or as our left back in this sense, and as an extra wide man overlapping. If you guys want Cucurella to overlap, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But that in the end, you're asking him to do a lot of work covering that type of ground. You're not having him go all the way up to can keep the width.
The thing is, what you could do as well,
and then you're having him cover back on that left hand side. That's that right there is the balance issue with that type of with playing João Pedro on the left.
Just before Rob jumps in as well, like I appreciate that point and I get it, and that's why I wouldn't necessarily start that against an Arsenal or a Barcelona, but against Brentford, your Sunderland, I think it can work. And you're right, it would require João Pedro to be a bit more disciplined and play more like a winger, which he doesn't really want to do. But against lower teams, obviously he can actually come inside a bit more if he wants to, and that Cucurella could overlap, and you could afford to take that risk against lesser teams, especially if you've got Caicedo, Lavio, also Wes Fofana fully fit. offering you that recovery pace. So that's big. But yeah, against maybe better teams, you might want to have a natural winger out there. So at that point, I could see it, and I agree.
Yes.
Teams, you have to be a bit more balanced. Maybe that means Jeb Pedro would have to either start on the bench or maybe start front instead of the lap. Or
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Lesser teams, just against Sunderland, when we just played Sunderland just last week, we should have had both of our fullbacks be on the overlap. Like at that point, the way that we were them, we should have.
We should have, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you're right, man. Like Rob, 80% of the time we are facing low blocks. So we need to set up the attack the best way that we can. That's why we have the likes of Caicedo to put out fires, bro. Right?
But when you're facing low blocks, you have to be able to put out any fire that might be, because the low blocks are looking to hit you on the counter, right?
Of course, Rob.
But
the thing is, though, you have to. Let me finish what I'm saying. Yeah, but
the players that you listed are not good at counter pressing, right? They're not good at counter pressing.
Palmer's not good at counter pressing.
João Pedro, Cole Palmer, and Esteval, right? And
they are good counter pressers.
I don't think that is a smart presser.
Nah. Palmer's a smart presser, man. You know what?
Palmer can press. That's not even a debate. Palmer can press.
Cole Palmer is very smart at cutting up passing lanes. Once the first pressing trigger is triggered, and then he realized this person here might play bad pass. I need to position myself into a position.
So he's effective then.
He's effective. But for him to go and be the one that chases to counter press, he's not good at that.
Yeah, but Rob, hold on. You're missing the point here, because end of the day, right? Football is a risky game. You can pick out holes in any system. Because if you sit back all game, you're applying pressure to yourself. Teams can just keep attacking you, right? When you're playing these lesser teams, you need to take these risks. You take the handbrake off, right? To open up the game a little bit more. There's always the risk of these teams getting you in a transition. No one's saying that there isn't. But that's why you've got the likes of Caicedo back there, bro. That's why in a team like this, where you've got a high line, you play players like Fofana at the back that can handle a high line. Not players like Tosin who get isolated 1v1 and they're shit. You need the quality. You need the quality, yeah? You need the quality to do that, right? Against these lesser teams. But against these lesser teams, bro, with that attack, you're opening them up. You're scoring more goals, right? And then you can start to bring off players to see out the game and to rest these guys when the job's been done, instead of chasing the game because you've gone negative. Yeah, don't be thinking about the opposition too much. Think about your team and how you can get the best out of that attack, bro. That's how I think about games.
I agree, but I'm saying for me, our biggest, our best chance creator is our counter press. When we counter press and win the ball up high, we create high quality and more effective chances, right?
Yeah.
So even against low blocks, you need to be able to do that, right? And if
those guys can do that,
if we are not capable to do that, we have to rely on center back to build from the back, pass, cut a team open. Where I think against a low block, your best chance, especially for a team like us, our best chance creator is our counter press. You counter press, win the ball back up high, and you have a high quality chance.
This boy loves Klopp, son. You sound like Klopp. Did you read the book of Klopp, son? That's the book of Klopp right there. That's the gegenpress. That's the book of Klopp, bro. Let
me ask you something, because Rob, you're focusing too much on the press. How much possession do you tend to have against a low block, bro? How much possession do we tend to have?
60 plus.
So that means that we're on the ball more often than not, right?
Yes.
So why can you not understand the point that we want more players on the pitch?
I do understand that point. I do understand that point. We will create chances because we have quality players. I'm just saying we create high quality chances from counter pressing.
Not always. It's not always from counter pressing, bro. Counter pressing is one aspect of the game, but for you to act like these guys are slouches,
so
like
I guess Rob. So do you? I get this is great. I love this. So you're gonna tell me with 60% possession, you're gonna rely on losing the ball to score?
For our team,
that's what you're relying on. You're relying on. I will keep.
You're just
think about the numbers you're talking about here.
Yes,
we have the ball for 60+%. You said 60+%. So you're going to count on losing the ball.
No, I'm not counting on it. I'm
That's
just saying.
What you said. Your
I didn't say count.
Your words were our biggest, our most important part
No,
of
I didn't say
us
most
scoring
important.
against the low
I said
block
we
is counter press.
our best chances.
Counter press means we've lost the ball and we've won the ball back, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
you're counting on us to lose the ball and then win the ball back. That's what
To
you're
win.
counting on.
I didn't say I'm counting. I just said that's for me. The high quality chance to create usually come through counter pressing.
So what you're saying, Robbie, you want
I'm just
Garnacho
saying
Neto
your
to start
logic
with
is
the
not logicking right now. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Your
like
logic isn't logicking right
the last two games, the last two games we've played. Where's our best chance come from? Counter pressing.
Yeah. Okay, Rob. I don't think you're wrong.
Maybe
okay?
that's
Like,
because
just hold on a sec, Joey. Hold on 1 sec. I don't think that he's wrong. Okay, like yes, we have created enough chances off of counter pressing, winning the ball back up high up the pitch. That's not debatable. Like, let's just be real. But I think what you're missing in this, and why I kind of like, you're talking about balance, but you're not addressing the balance by saying that we have to be able to counter press. You know what I mean? Like, for me, balance is a different thing, right? Like, I think that when you're looking at when you're in possession, what you're doing in possession, we have 60-65% of the ball. And those moments when we're out of possession, do we have the right sort of personnel on the pitch to mitigate those, counter pressing or counter attacking opportunities? That's what you're talking about. I don't think that like talking about counter pressing is the right sort of conversation to be happening when we're talking about having 60-65% of the ball. You're talking about what balance on the pitch do we have when we're out of possession, and whether or not that's going to be good enough to, snuff out danger. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm kind of like, you guys know me. I'm about balance all the time. Like, I don't think that we can just go all out attack. There's going to be certain circumstances in the game where you're going like there's maybe like 15-20 minutes left in the game where you might be able to go to that. But like as a tactic from kick, I'm not sure I want to do that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I hear it, but listen, both of you make some good points. I think it's one of them things where when we're coming up against these teams and we're previewing it, because we're about to do a preview for Qarabag on Wednesday, we'll talk about it more, because for me, Couch, teams like Sunderland at home, bro, we can't be starting a pairing of Garnacho and Neto, man. I'm sorry. It's just going forward. It's just so frustrating to watch. You know what I mean? It's just so like on the ball. I'm just like, come on. Like, I need more quality on the ball. It's not good enough, right? Yeah. But let's quickly do this preview for Wednesday. I'll start with you, Couch. Do the whole back line, bro, and then we'll go through the midfield, the rest of the team.
I mean, we're probably going to see the return. It's Qarabag, right? Are they in good form right now? I'm worried about it. Don't even try. What are you doing? Get that guy out of there, man. What are you doing? Get him out of there.
He started the last game in the Champions.
He's not playing, man. Don't be silly, man. He'll play the Carabao Cup. He's not. Get that guy out of here, man. Get that guy out of here.
Don, get the scene. Are we predicting what we want or what Maresca's going to do?
What Maresca's going to do. You
guys are taking Qarabag for joke, man. Like, I'm telling you, man, that team, they'll play.
For starters, right? Qarabag are won 2 of their 3. So I think they were only like 2.
I'll put it up here.
I think they won their last. And they lost their last
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They lost to Sporting or something like that, or Athletic. They lost to Athletic.
My point is, in the champs, they're only like 2 positions below us, so they're actually doing good in the champs. So we need to make sure we win this game for starters. Right?
Exactly. So you're not going to play no Jorgensen after you put in a stinker against Wolves midweek.
Oh, I agree, and even the last Champions League game, we should have saved that penalty. Like, that was embarrassing. But at the same time,
wrist, man. Get him out of there, man.
What Maresca's going to do? He's going to start the guy that started the last Champions League game. Let's just be real, guys.
You think so, eh? You think he's not going to go to Sanchez here?
No.
Yeah, man. I think he'll play.
He's going to Sanchez. He's going to Sanchez, bro. Like, there's no dent in my mind. He's going to Sanchez.
I hope you're right, but I think it's going to be over.
Bro, he just played in the midweek and had a absolute stinker, man. Like, even if that was in the thoughts of the manager at that point, he's not playing him, man.
Maresca's pretty prone to being like switching things up every other game. You know what I mean?
It's not that goalkeeper. You want to keep the goalkeeper happy,
it's not
but
that I want
it's not a position where you need to rotate.
It is not that I want to.
No, I'm saying this though. I'm saying this though, Joey. Like, I don't. Yeah, you want to keep both keepers happy, but it's clear who the number 1 is now. And if you're looking at this game, this is a must-win game for Chelsea. We got Barcelona next. We can't be dropping points here. And given what this guy did in the midweek against Wolves. Bro, like, you've kind of lost confidence in the manager after that performance. I'm sorry, you're not playing that game.
Robinson. I'll be very disappointed, but I'm like 55%
He's not playing that game.
gonna start.
I think he starts, but that's the thing, Couch. If Sanchez
me
starts,
too. That's it.
Wow.
I
You guys are
100%
crazy.
agree with you though, Couch. That's the
The
point.
man is just
Like,
crazy.
I 100% agree.
Nah, he's not that crazy. He's not that
We'll
crazy.
see.
There's no way.
You're gonna see on Wednesday. You're gonna see.
Okay, all right. But since you asked me to name the back line, get that guy out of here. All right, because I got Sanchez in there. All right. Okay.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here, man.
Begging for Sanchez.
Of course we are.
All right, cool. Go on, pick the rest of the defense, bro. Pick the rest of the defense.
All
I'll
right.
take him out.
Ah,
You know
man.
he's starting right
Cucurella.
You know he's starting right back.
Who's starting right back? Gusto?
No,
I mean,
Reese?
we have Wolves midweek,
it's gonna be Caicedo. It's gonna be Caicedo.
so that
and
might
United.
be. He might.
For
Couch might be right.
Qarabag?
Yeah.
Couch might be right because we have Wolves midweek. He might prioritize this game
Moves on
over
the weekend,
Wolves.
don't we?
Or
Wait, are we not playing Wolves at the weekend?
You got
Yeah,
Wolves
we
on the
got
weekend.
Wolves on the weekend.
Wolves on Sunday, no? Sunday.
Yeah.
Is it Sunday? Oh, I
Guys,
don't think
we're not worried about keeping like goalkeeper is not something that needs to be rotated, man. Like it's only if the competition suggests that you
Once
can.
again,
But-
Couch, we don't disagree with you. We're just telling you what Maresca does.
yeah,
You
but
just
like
know
those,
how
the only precedent you have is like conference league, you know, and very low level opponents.
Couch just does not want to be wrong about this, bro. Like,
I'm not going to be wrong about it. I'd be
Couch just does not want to be wrong.
like honestly, I'm not even showing up on stream again if I see Jorgensen. If I see
you'll be
Jorgensen
here.
out on the
You'll
week.
be here.
I appreciate
I won't be
it.
here. I will not be here. Okay, watch.
We're
You guys watch.
playing Wolves on Saturday, by the way, people. We're playing Wolves on
Yeah,
Saturday.
that's
at 8
fine.
o'clock. That's going to be 8
That's
o'clock
fine.
kickoff. Okay.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, all right, pick the rest of the back line, bro.
Okay. Man, it's hard, isn't it? I think he's not going to play Fofana again after he gave him a 90
No,
or close to a
definitely not.
90, right? So it's probably going to be Chalobah.
Fofana even
and-
registered?
Yeah, he's registered.
Chalobah.
Yeah.
Chalobah and I guess Tosin.
Austin, bro.
No,
Chalobah and Tosin. How about Josh, bro?
Josh Tosin.
It depends on
maybe.
what I don't know what their strikers. If they got big physical strikers, you probably want to start tossing, to be honest. But
I think Tosin
I
will
think
start the game.
Tosin's. Yeah, I think it's
so.
Tosin.
Regardless.
I think Josh will start on this side.
maybe Josh right back. Maybe Josh.
Wait, let's
That's
do
what I
this.
was thinking, actually.
Tossing like that and then Josh on that side, isn't it?
That's not a bad shout, actually, too,
Yeah, Josh.
because they did play him there recently.
Obviously, he went to right back at the end of the Ajax game. Josh.
Why is it not coming up? What the
Because
hell?
you're not spelling it correctly, man. Come on, son.
What the hell, bro? What's going on?
We just need
ACHEAM.
a clean week, bro.
Come on, you can't spell your African
Oh, at all.
name. What we doing there?
A, bro. It's
We
A-E-M.
get a clean week. We go into
EAM.
the international break clean, bro. That shit
E-A-M. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Josh Achipong. There we go.
Come on, man.
still be worth it.
And then left back will be Hato, of course.
You
I don't
think so?
Yeah, I think Hato will
Yeah, I
play.
think so.
I think Hato will play. But right back, Couch, what are you saying? Gusto again?
I guess so, yeah.
Did he take Gusto off or did he play the full 90?
He played full.
No, he took him off.
Oh, Gusto came off because Reece went to
Yeah,
right
Oh,
back.
that's right. Reese went to right back. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I don't think
Gusto
he'll
then.
start
Yeah.
Reece. I don't think he'll start Reece.
No,
Let's go through the midfield quickly, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Caicedo might be right back, but to be honest, this makes sense. I will go, Caicedo and Lavia, to be honest. It really should be that.
Oh, that would be lovely to see. I'm not gonna lie.
What about Santos? What, do you
With this
don't think
back line, it
you're
makes sense. I mean, Santos can take Enzo's role, right? And I think it would make sense for this game to have him there. Obviously, I would rather
man.
number 10.
I'm so done with
I would rather
Faku.
actual number 10.
Faku.
I think Faku will start the game, bro.
Yo, done.
I'm so done with
Done.
that guy, bro.
Have we not seen him in the most in the Champions League games? Am I fucking
Yo,
out?
yo, Don.
Yeah.
Slow down there, bro. Slow down there.
I'm
You
so done with it.
you really
I'm
think-
done with them.
I don't think you guys. I don't think you guys are measuring
I'd rather
how
see
important
Reggie
this game
Walsh.
is.
Don, I'd literally rather see Reggie Welsh play than fucking.
Listen, I think I'm gonna say it now on record. Faku is well too disrespected in this fan base.
Way too disrespectful.
Oh,
Did you guys watch him last game?
Finally, you and I agree on something.
Bro,
Did you guys watch him last game?
Yeah. But
Did I miss-
Based on,
did I-
no, we not doing based on what? is he disrespected? Ads, please tell me. I would love to know what how is he disrespected?
I think his skill set's very good. I think you saw to Rob's
He's
point earlier about
meaty,
how
man.
like we
Here goes
we should,
John. As soon as I ask the question,
so to Rob's point about how we should counter press more. And
Give me a second.
Right? just like where I actually agree with Rob's point about counter pressing. Like I feel like we can utilize those zones in the 10 areas a bit more rather than like cross spamming, and that's how we win the ball back. How about we try and play in those tight areas? And Baku's really good there. Baku's a natural number 10. He's good in tight pockets. Yeah. He's not like the most confident or the most like I need to demand the ball, which is what I like from most number 10s. But again, if you play to his strengths in those positions, he's actually quite good. And again, I get it. He was signed for low money. He's a guy who wasn't starting much for Brighton. I get it. This isn't a signing that I would want.
He's lucky he got into the Champions League roster, man.
Yeah, I hear it. I would want a Fermin Lopez if we're gonna make these kind of signings. Go and sign that kind of guy, not Faku Bonanotte. For his skill set, he's not a scrub.
Let me do it.
The whole point is this guy's not a scrub, bro. He's not a scrub, man. He's actually good at what
he's meaty, bro.
What it is for me, Joe, with him, yeah, like he's tidy. He's good at like knitting things together. But I want to see more in terms of shooting, creativity. He's very good at like the pass before the main pass.
Okay, so hold on, guys. Isn't that what he wouldn't be playing as a number 10 if he didn't possess some sort of technical ability? Like let's just be real. Like of course he has some sort of technical ability. It's just whether or not his level, his standard is that of Chelsea. Do I want to see this guy playing a number 10 for us? Like is he of that quality?
He's got the ability to take shots and be more decisive. For me, I think he's just in a moment where he's joined the big team. His first time at a big team, and he's a bit shy because he knows he's obviously behind Palmer, Esteban, all these guys, right? So I feel
bro.
If he takes the opportunity to do more, he will show his ability. But again, that we have to wait and see because we've never seen him in this case study before. It's a new environment, so we'll see if he rises to it. But for me, if you're rub out his ability, you're going because you could end up with egg on your face. That's all I'm gonna say. You could end up with egg on your face.
Me, egg up? Yeah. No, I'm not. There's no way that I'm gonna get egg on your face.
That's what I'm.
There's absolutely no way. I'm not worried about it.
If you're saying this guy's not going to do anything, if your point is, I'm not saying this is your point, but if your point is because it comes across like this, that you're like, oh, this guy will probably not do anything for us. He's a scrub. He's going to be as bad as I don't know, freaking guys who've done nothing for us before.
How many opportunities is he going to get? How many opportunities is he going to get in this role? How many opportunities? When Cole Palmer comes back, how many games is he going to get?
He won't get many more, so he's got to count them. I agree.
Okay, so how am I going to have egg on my face for a guy that comes in on the Carabao Cup, plays a little 30 minutes and scores a goal, bounces off his leg, and he shins one into the net? Like there's no.
But has he been bad? Has he been bad in the games he's played?
He was horrific the last game. Horrific.
Yeah, that's the only example you can think of.
Horrific.
He was horrific in that game, but to act like he's been like that in every game.
I don't think he was horrific. I think he had a bad moment in the back pass, but I think
he was very good against.
It wasn't just the pass. You see, you're saying the pass. He was horrible against Wolves. Okay, like there's no debating that for me. I'm doing too much. Okay, I'm doing too much.
Wait, who put in that 10? Because I've actually got a cut man there.
Yeah, me too.
I will put Santos, but just for reference, Santos.
All right, and then let's quickly finish up with the attack, and then we'll finish.
It's
hard to guess.
I say Gittin starting on the left.
It's going to be our IC3 starting on the wings. Our IC3s, and you know what it is.
Do you think Delap will start this game, or maybe Gil?
No, it's the lap. It's the lap.
Yeah.
So we got to go as strong as we really can. To be honest, I don't think we should rotate that much because it's Qarabag. Like, I'm not saying
I think Enzo's going to play.
These men are only 2 positions behind us in the Champions League, bro. Like, we haven't got chances to like waste. We got to get our points, bro. And we're going to go away to Azerbaijan, bro. This is not an easy game. So,
are we saying this is the front 3 then? So I've just put it out there, yeah.
Is Azerbaijan like a warm climate or is it cold?
It's freezing, man. It's in Asia, right?
No idea. I've got no idea, bruv. Let me even check the weather right now.
That doesn't mean just because it's in Asia does not mean
but it's in the north. It's cold, bro. Don't worry. Trust me. Azerbaijan ain't no warm thing.
12 degrees right now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think. Listen, that team there is good enough to be beating them, man. I know they've been on good form recently, but we should be beating them. And listen, we're probably way off the mark with the lineups because Maresca is like Pep. With so many options to pick from right now, it's hard to always predict. But listen, it's been
I'd be surprised. I'm just gonna say this real quick. I'd be surprised if Enzo does not play this game. I think he starts, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Man. For me personally, I think it'll be Lavia and Santos. I don't think Caicedo will play. Bro. I think he'll probably start Lavia and Santos.
Enzo or Caicedo have to start this game. One of them.
Yeah. I don't think they'll both get dropped. But let's finish up, man. Couch. Obviously, let the people know what you've got out at the minute. You put your review out.
Yeah, I know. I just trying to put more reviews out, and I was able to do the Spurs one. But more importantly than my review and whatnot, I'm just hoping that people could find it within their hearts to do a little bit donation to some of my Jamaican brethren that are out there struggling after this Hurricane Melissa. If you have it in you and you can donate to relief causes, please do that. I have a link on my video that you could make that little donation there. Every little bit helps at this point in time, believe it.
Big up, man. Ads, have you got anything coming up this week, bro?
I wanted to say just to that point, any links you get, bro, just post them on socials. Obviously, we'll repost it for you, bro. Because
that's what I was gonna say. Just
and it's not even
or
just
even just put it in the group
initial
chat.
hit. It's like everything afterwards where you got to like hope about electricity. You know,
Totally.
You like it's hot and there's no electricity, so there's no AC, so it's crazy, bro. So it's not.
Bro, Javon's family literally, he couldn't get a hold of them. And then I said to him, I said, bro, it's probably just a signal issue, and that's what it was. Thank God, none of them were hurt, you know. But it's hard, man. See a couch, any links, bro, send them. We'll share it, man. Definitely.
But yeah, to that point, cool. I'm just a professional guest. I'll be on shows like this. I'll probably be on MFHF, bro. Bloody hell, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. I'll be on there in good form, cooking the hell out of Don Hussein, because all the Caicedo slander, he will answer for his crimes. He will answer for his crimes.
I'm glad someone's holding him accountable.
Definitely, bruv. How about you, Rob? Anything coming up, bro? You're mute. Give me a second. You're mute.
No, I echo what my brother have said about supporting Jamaica with the hurricane disaster. But yeah, I'm a rap man. I'm on Twitter. I'm on here. I'm on playback. So I'll be I'm everywhere. Where football.
You're debut.
How about
you about the place?
Yeah, so you guys normally will see me on Never a Foul. I'll probably be on Big Six Bands tomorrow, and Wob's link on my channel on Thursday. I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow as well myself, just because I haven't gone live from my channel, just on my own for a while. So I'll probably be doing that tomorrow. So you'll see me on YouTube this week for sure.
Am I still blocked on your channel?
I never blocked you. I just mute you people, bro.
Oh, you blocked me.
No, I blocked you.
Let's not get into that. I gotta go, people. But listen, love for everyone that's still here, man. Let me see who's still live right now, so we can redirect to someone.
Lewis is live.
Lewis still live? Let's see. I think I set up to redirect to him anyway. Let's see. Is he still live? Yes, he is. All right, people, go put a little Don raid in there, man. But up the Chels until the next one, people. Love.